We've got to update the NBA Cup, everybody.
We do?
We've got... Hey, Steve, it's the semifinals.
Yeah.
From the Town Fair Tire Studio, home of the Bruins, Patriots, Revs, and Celtics.
One Maxi step back three is good.
Boston's home for sports is 98.5, the Sports Hub, the Beasley Media Group station. This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers. Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, Ticketmaster, Charles D. Sheehy, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From Rogers Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia, it's Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins continue their 5-game road trip as they take on the Vancouver Canucks. Great to have you along. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Bruins knew this road trip was going to be a good test. So far, it's been a rough one. After an 8-1 loss in Winnipeg, Boston on Thursday night loses to Seattle 5-1. For the second straight game, things getting away from them in the third period. But interim head coach Joe Sacco also concerned about the way they started that game. Bruins gave Vancouver 3 power plays in the opening minutes and helped spot the Canucks an early 2-0 lead.
You know, again, it's the first shift of the game. It's a 4-minute. Then right after that, we're able to kill the second one off, and then we take another penalty in the offensive zone. Those aren't good penalties. And so you're chasing the game again, and it's hard to do in this league. But I give our guys credit. We played hard tonight, and we didn't capitalize on our chances when we had them.
Yeah, look, they did the same thing against Winnipeg. You took a penalty the first shift of the game.
Right.
And then, it's an offensive zone penalty for high sticking. It's Pasternak trying to get in on a forecheck. Alexiak's got the puck. He's got it protected. You know, you're reaching in, and you get up. There's no question it was a double minor. He deserved it. And you get a goal. You're behind 1-0 right off the bat. Another offensive zone penalty. You were able to kill off the second half of the double minor. You get another penalty for Tyler Johnson on the trip. That's an offensive zone penalty. And I know they didn't score on the power play, but it was right after he came out of the box. So, you know, for all intents and purposes, it was a power play goal. So you give up 2 power play goals, essentially. And now you're just chasing the game. You know, and after coming off the 8 spot that Winnipeg put up against you, it's too much to overcome. And, you know, you get it to 2-1. You're still looking pretty good, but third period kind of collapsed a little bit again. Is that a common theme? I'm not ready to put it there yet. I know that they collapsed in the third against Winnipeg. I know they collapsed in the third against Seattle where they couldn't get it done. But he also came back in the third period back at home against the Philadelphia Flyers the other day. So the fact that you're behind going into the third is a little bit more alarming, I think, for me. But, you know, for the Bruins, there's a lot to fix right now, and they're trying to figure it out. They didn't skate yesterday. Instead, they opted for meetings. There was an optional skate. I mean, some guys skated, but most of the guys didn't. It was mostly meetings. Today, they had a spirited morning skate and, you know, try to get back out of here today against a good Vancouver Canucks team.
Well, as you said, there's a lot of things they need to clean up, including offensively. For the second straight game, they were held to just 1 goal. That came on a penalty shot, despite creating a number of chances in that game against Seattle.
Well, just a better finish. I thought at times we had good net front presence. We took away the goaltender's eyes. At times we didn't. You're not always going to get in front of them. We had some inner slot looks, which I liked. So there were things in the game, obviously, that we did well. And hopefully they start going in a little bit more.
Not enough, though. I thought, we talked to Joe Sacco a little bit this morning, and, we asked him about the shots from the point. Were there really, I thought the defenseman did a good job at getting shots through last game, maybe more so than some of the other games that we've seen. But I don't think the forwards did a good enough job of getting sticks on pucks and tips and redirects. And, you know, there were a few screens, but I don't think they did a good enough job, you know, around the front of the net to help out the D. I think the D takes some heat sometimes, and rightfully so. And you know, they've earned it because sometimes they don't get those shots through, and they're not shooting with a purpose or whatever. But I thought last game they did. And, you know, I put it a little bit more on the forwards. If you want to score some goals, you got to get to those areas where you're going to have opportunities. I mean, Seattle had some tips. Seattle had some screens. Seattle, you know, did their thing in that department. Winnipeg did the same thing. You know, so you want to score some goals, you know, you preach that you want to get the defenseman to get shots through and shoot with a purpose, then you've got to get there and make it happen. And, you know, so that's a little bit more on the forwards. Yeah, they had some zone time in that game against Seattle, but I don't think they dominated in that game. You know, and you know, maybe they could have scored one or two more goals than what they had, but, you know, they weren't going to score 5, I don't think, against Seattle, right, the way that game kind of unfolded.
Well, in addition to the lack of finish, Brad Marchand concerned about the way that the team looked defensively in that game.
So we had some good looks. I think we can still continue to be better. We definitely passed some shots up and forced some plays in the middle. But, I mean, we got to clean it up defensively big time. You know, we can't be giving up 5 and 6 goals a game. You know, that's not the type of team we are. Yeah, we got some pucks on net, and we had some good opportunities. We pushed after they get up 2-0, but we still need to be better.
Number one priority for me, you got to clean it up defensively. You're not going to outscore your mistakes. It's just that the team's not built that way. You know, they've had a couple of games where they put up some numbers, great, but it's not going to happen on a night-to-night basis. You're not built that way. You've got to be tight defensively. You got to be stingy defensively. And you got to make other teams work for working again. Last time they played Vancouver, they outshot the Canucks 33-14. They gave up 14 shots, 1 grade A chance or high danger chance at 5-on-5 in that game. They should have won that game, and they didn't. You know, but I'll take that game over what I've been seeing here recently. And so will they. You know, if you take steps in the right direction. Somebody asked me this morning, is this a must-win? I said, no, it's not a must-win. It's a must. Just play the right way. You know, and I think results will take care of themselves once you start playing the right way. And they had it going there for a little while. They've won 6 out of 8. They won 4 in a row, but they've gotten humbled here these last couple of games on the road.
One quick roster note from earlier today. Bruins have claimed winger Oliver Wahlstrom off waivers from the Islanders. A Maine native, played a year at BC. Only 4 points in 27 games with the Islanders this season, hoping a change of scenery might do him some good as he joins the Bruins this week. Well, coming up here on our Bruins pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including the Oilers hosting Vegas this afternoon.
Slid it out. Every shot scored. 5-0. Edmonton running Vegas. Right out of Rogers.
We'll hear more from Joe Sacco as he prepares for Game 3 of this road trip.
For us, it's just about getting back on track here, playing the way that we're. I mean, I say it all the time, playing the right way, playing the style of the game that fits us best.
And up next, we'll focus on tonight's opponent, the Vancouver Canucks.
Here's Max Sasson into the corner zone. High slot for Soucy to the front. He scores. And the Canucks lead 1-0.
That's on the way here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You're tuning in to Coca-Cola Holiday Radio. Gather around for some extra holiday cheer. Classic movies, festive tunes, and heartwarming moments to share with your family and friends, all in one place. And that's not all. Spread cheer with a $3 Amazon credit for you and yours. Ah, now that's the spirit. Visit Amazon.com/Coca-Cola Holiday Magic to discover even more ways to share holiday magic with Coca-Cola. Terms apply. Copyright 2024, The Coca-Cola Company.
You don't have to be a gymnast to make your best friend's taste buds flip. Just bring them some Pepperoni Original Beef Dog Treats. To learn more about Pepperoni Original Beef Flavor Snacks, go to pepperoni.com. That's PUPPERONI.com.
Paramount, Paramount, Paramount Plus. Streaming movies, live sports, and lots of new stuff. From strange new worlds to Under the Sea. Or watch the new series, The Agency. Let's go. Paramount, Paramount, Paramount Plus. A mountain of entertainment for us. From Frasier to Dexter to the NFL. Touchdown!
Get the Paramount Plus with Showtime plan to start streaming now.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Andy Everly, CEO of Environmental Pools, partnered with us.
Environmental Pools has been helping clients build the custom pool of their dreams for more than 30 years. When it was time to build our new facility for our business, we turned to our local partner at South Shore Bank. They built a custom funding package that will help us continue to grow all across New England.
South Shore Bank, sharing success. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Steve Schmidt has it behind his own goal. Passes D to Mikkola on the far side. Ahead for Boquist, but that is going to do it. Kevin Lankinen picks up his third shutout of the season, the sixth of his NHL career. He stopped all 27 Florida Panthers shots.
Back here in Vancouver, as the Bruins and the Canucks get ready to drop the puck a little bit later. The Canucks came to TD Garden. Beersy mentioned it a few minutes ago. Beat the Bruins back in late November 2-0. That was back at the start of a stretch where the Canucks have now picked up points in 8 of their last 10 games. And they've been led by former Bruin Jake DeBrusk, who has 11 goals over that 10-game span. Most recently, Rick Tocchet's team shutting out Florida on Thursday 4-0.
I thought everybody contributed. Good team identity win. Obviously, a lot of good efforts from a lot of different guys, a lot of different lines. Thought the D were scrappy, and obviously Lanks had a great game. So it's starting the right direction, for building that team identity.
Yeah, the Bruins won't see Lankinen here today. He was excellent at the TD Garden against the Bruins in that game. It was a 2-0 win for the Vancouver Canucks. There was a power play goal scored by DeBrusk in that one. He's been a beast on the road, right? He's just done most of his damage on the road. But he had the goal, and then there was an empty net goal after that. But it was a really solid game by Lankin. And the Bruins will see Demko here today, who's missed most of the season, but it came back recently after an injury. So this will be a good test for Boston. I like, you look at that game. JT Miller did not play in that game. Right. He's back. He played last game here for Vancouver after taking some time away from the game. For whatever reason, they kind of left it alone here in Vancouver, but he's a valuable part of this team. He got named to the Four Nations Cup for Team USA. That shows you kind of where people consider him. He's a top player in this league, and he's a heart and soul type of player for this Vancouver Canucks team. Quinn Hughes leads it from the back end. I mean, he leads in points. He leads in, assists and points. But, when JT Miller's in the lineup, when he's out of the lineup, they're missing something. When he's back in the lineup, I think that guys play. They draw a lot of energy from the way that he plays.
Yeah, the last 3 years, JT Miller, 99, 82, and 103 points.
He can get into it with his teammates, too. But I mean, but from the outside looking in, I love a guy like that.
Absolutely. He did. He missed 10 games on that personal leave of absence, as you said. No official reason from the team, and they've kind of left it alone at that. But Brock Besser saying this week he is certainly happy to have Miller back in the lineup.
Yeah, it's huge. He brings a big lift to our team, and I think just makes our team a lot deeper when he's in the lineup, and he's a leader on this team, and it was awesome to get him back.
Yeah, so you see two guys that are top players in the league. When Demko's on his game, he's one of the top 5 goaltenders in the league. If he had been healthy, he would have been named to the Four Nations Cup as well, but he just hasn't been healthy all year, and he finally gets himself back in the lineup here recently. I thought it was strange that he backed up a couple of games. If something happened to the starter, he would have had to come in cold, and he hadn't played in however long.
Since April.
I was a little surprised at all that. But anyhow, I mean, he's back starting, and he'll start here today. But he is one of the top goaltenders in the NHL when healthy, and they want to get him back to form. And if he gets back to form, and Lankinen keeps playing the way he is, this is a team that's going to be formidable here moving forward. The one thing that they've had an issue with is winning at home. They've won games on the road. It's been winning at home that's been a bit of an issue for them. They've struggled a little bit here, but they had the big shutout the other day against the Florida Panthers.
So as we continue to get ready for the Bruins and the Canucks, we'll be back to check the injury report and go around the NHL coming up here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog. You're tuning in to Coca-Cola Holiday Radio. Gather around for some extra holiday cheer. Classic movies, festive tunes, and heartwarming moments to share with your family and friends, all in one place. And that's not all. Spread cheer with a $3 Amazon credit for you and yours. Now that's the spirit. Visit Amazon.com/Coca-Cola Holiday Magic to discover even more ways to share holiday magic with Coca-Cola. Terms apply. Copyright 2024, The Coca-Cola Company.
Paramount, Paramount, Paramount Plus. Stream movies, live sports, and lots of new stuff. From strange new worlds to under the sea. Or watch the new series, The Agency. Let's go. Paramount, Paramount, Paramount Plus. A mountain of entertainment for us. From Frasier to Dexter to the NFL. Touchdown! Start your streaming, no, you're not dreaming. You're streaming holiday.
Get the Paramount Plus with Showtime plan to start streaming now.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business.
South Shore Select and the South Shore Sports Center have been staples within the sports community for over 50 years. Sports are a huge part of our family, and we are proud of the positive culture and community we have all built together. South Shore Bank provided us the financing to purchase the place we call home. We love our relationship with South Shore Bank. Our values are aligned. We believe in our people, and we hope to create lasting relationships within our community that transcend beyond a field or bank.
South Shore Bank, sharing success. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Let's take a look at tonight's injury report. Some good news first. After leaving Thursday's game with an injury, Elias Lindholm is good to go tonight. A couple of non-injury lineup changes for Joe Sacco. Mark McLaughlin will be back in the lineup in place of Tyler Johnson. And on the back end, Mason Lohrei returns after sitting out on Thursday. Parker Wotherspoon will be the odd man out defensively tonight. Jeremy Swayman will get the start in goal for Vancouver. Coach Rick Tocchet said this morning there's a bug going around their locker room. Goalie Kevin Lankinen, who shut out the Bruins a few weeks ago, is out tonight. Former BC Eagle Thatcher Demko gets the start, just his second after a knee injury in last year's playoffs. And former Bruin Derek Forbert will miss tonight's game also with an illness. We'll check the Around the NHL scoreboard when we return on the pregame show here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
You have year-end goals. Constant Contact has what it takes to help you meet them faster. Sell more, raise more, and build real relationships with your audience with Constant Contact's digital marketing tools. Put the go in all your 2024 goals with email, social, SMS, and customized marketing campaigns built for you in just a few clicks. Now through December 4th, get 40% off any Constant Contact marketing plan for 3 months. Ready, set, go to ConstantContact.com and get started today.
Hey, pet parents. With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, You betrayed me. Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days with a sporty new Civic, Accord, HR-V, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord or CR-V, a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic, and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Canucks coming up. Let's go around the NHL. Plenty of finals from earlier today. This afternoon, the New Jersey Devils a winner 4-1 over Chicago.
Rack drives it toward the net. It deflects. And now he's after the loose puck. He checks Kaiser. And the crowd responds to some physical play. Jack Hughes with the puck between the circles. Scores! Jesper sets it up. Hughes completes it. And the Devils lead 2-1.
Yeah, New Jersey scores 4 goals in the third period to win that game. New Jersey continues to roll now. 20 wins on the season for the Devils in the first 33 games.
More troubles in New York. The Rangers fall 5-1 to L.A. today.
And you know the Rangers are going to try to mix it up again, Nick. Just try to change the momentum, the atmosphere of this game. Now the Kings in the slot with a chance. Clark, safe, score on the rebound. Put up to no. 5-0 L.A.
Rangers would break the shutout, but that's the final. 5-1 L.A. Kings over the New York Rangers. 5 different goal scorers for the L.A. Kings, who have been hot here as of late. Joel Edmondson +4 in the game for Los Angeles.
Minnesota Wild a 4-1 win at home today over the Flyers.
90-second shifts. For Kaprizov, Faber and Brodin connecting shot. Deflected away by the post. Fleury gives it a little tap. Here comes Boldy on the breakaway. Boldy in. He scores! Wild players almost too tired to celebrate as Boldy makes it 2-0.
Minnesota would go on to a 4-1 win over the Philadelphia Flyers. Kaprizov, 2 goals for the Minnesota Wild, 19th and 20th on the season. And for Minnesota, their 20th win of the year.
Edmonton scored the first 5 goals of the game en route to a 6-3 win over Vegas.
As they stretch their lead from 1 to 4-0. Corey Perry, a dart to Brown, across to Ryan, he shoots, and stayed out. And Hill wrong-footed. Brown takes it to the net, slid it out. Perry shot, score! 5-0. Edmonton running Vegas, running out of Rogers.
Yeah, they were, but it was a lot closer than the score would have indicated. It was actually a pretty good game, but you know, you got Edmonton. The guys are heating up, right? Draisaitl, not heating up, they're just doing their thing. Draisaitl goal and 2 assists in that one. He's got 22 goals on the year, number 1 in the NHL. Zach Hyman is heating up offensively for the Edmonton Oilers. Vegas had 41 shots on goal, so it was a fairly even game, but Edmonton capitalized when they had the opportunities.
Ottawa Senators an overtime win 3-2 over Pittsburgh today.
I believe that's Brady Tkachuk that scored that goal, and Ottawa continues to roll. They just came off of a shutout the other day.
It was Detroit with a 4-2 win tonight over Toronto.
That's a big win for Detroit, right? I mean, the Red Wings have been kind of sputtering. They were 11-14-4 coming into the season, or coming into the night, I should say. 12th win of the year, and that's against a good Toronto team.
Washington Capitals keep rolling a 4-2 win over Buffalo.
Washington's good, and unfortunately for Buffalo, they're not. 9 losses in a row for the Buffalo Sabres here.
Anaheim Ducks with a 4-3 overtime win in Columbus today. It was Winnipeg with a 4-2 win over Montreal as well tonight.
Looks for the net, goes down to Maloney, up high, Norris with a goal, and Montembeault got a piece of it. It might have been going to the outside of the net. Here's Morrissey, for corner, scores!
Yeah, Montreal was trying to bounce back after they allowed 9 the other day against the Pittsburgh Penguins, but 4-2 losers here today against Winnipeg Jets.
And a couple of games in progress right now. End of 2 in Dallas. The Stars and the Blues are tied up at 1, and Nashville and Colorado played a scoreless first period. When we come back, we will hear from Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco, his media session from earlier today, coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You're tuning in to Coca-Cola Holiday Radio. Gather around for some extra holiday cheer. Classic movies, festive tunes, and heartwarming moments to share with your family and friends all in one place. And that's not all. Spread cheer with a $3 Amazon credit for you and yours. Now that's the spirit. Visit Amazon.com/Coca-Cola Holiday Magic to discover even more ways to share holiday magic with Coca-Cola. Terms apply. Copyright 2024, The Coca-Cola Company.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business.
South Shore Select and the South Shore Sports Center have been staples within the sports community for over 50 years. Sports are a huge part of our family, and we are proud of the positive culture and community we have all built together. South Shore Bank provided us the financing to purchase the place we call home. We love our relationship with South Shore Bank. Our values are aligned. We believe in our people, and we hope to create lasting relationships within our community that transcend beyond a field or bank.
South Shore Bank, sharing success. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Taylor, your lineup here for tonight's game against the Canucks?
He'll go back in the middle with Marshy and Brass to start the game. And Johnson will draw out tonight up front. McLaughlin will draw back in.
Pardon me.
It's okay.
Saw the news about Oliver Wahlstrom. If he's able to join the team, how does he help the program?
Yeah, we made a claim on him today. I was just notified before we went on the ice. And as far as specifics, when he'll join, it's still up in the air. That hasn't been determined yet. I don't know that answer. But just from knowing the player a bit, watching him the last few years, we've had a lot of games against the Islanders, and there's been games where he's been in and out for them. But the one thing that sticks to my mind is a good shot, a guy that can probably score some goals, and pretty good on the elbow or the bumper in the power play because of that shot that he has, right-handed shot.
How does your team need to reset here for Game 3 of this trip?
Well, I mean, it's not the start that we wanted, but we feel that, there was some good things that we did in that game against Seattle, despite the outcome, and we're trying to build off some of those good things, correct some of the things that really kind of leaked into our game a little bit, especially in the third period again. And but for us, it's just about getting back on track here, playing the way that we're, I say it all the time, playing the right way, playing the style or the game that fits us best, and staying committed for it for the whole 60 minutes now, not just 25, 30, or 40 minutes.
Where do you see Wahlstrom fitting in possibly?
It's a good question. I mean, we'll discuss that further. I think that if he's going to be a guy that can help us offensively, he's going to have to be put in a role where he has an opportunity. So, maybe that's somewhere up in the lineup. We'll see. Could be the third line with Coyle and Freddie. I just don't know yet. And then maybe, on one of the maybe that other power play here, he might get an opportunity. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but certainly I think when you pick up a player like that, you want to give him the best opportunity to succeed if and when he comes and joins us.
You say you don't know when. You assume on the trip that he'd be in Alberta somewhere?
I don't know yet. Yeah, I really don't know the answer to that yet. I haven't talked about that.
Yeah. To optimize him for that shot, which we've all seen, what do you think has to work in place around whether it's the skating or getting open for him? What has to follow?
He's got to find his ice out there for sure. I think whether it's off the rush or in zone, he's got to be able to create some space for himself. Just like goal scorers do in this league, and I'm not comparing him to other people, but if he's going to be a guy that can help us offensively, he's got to find his ice in the offensive zone. He's got to make sure that off the rush, he's putting the puck towards the net. Any opportunities he has, we want to see if that we can build confidence from him offensively as well.
Johnson is out, McLaughlin.
Johnson's out, McLaughlin's in tonight, and then on the back end, Mason will draw back in, and Spoons is out tonight. Yeah. Sway's in that tonight. Yep.
Thanks, Joe.
All right.
They've got Sherwood, who hits a ton. You've got Kastelik, who's second in hits to him. More of a hitter than you thought?
Casty?
Yeah.
Accelerates through his hits more than I thought. Yeah, I mean, I knew that he was hard to play against when we played Ottawa last year. But, when he goes to hit, there's a purpose to it. And he's trying to separate the man from the puck every time. And he brings the physicality that we need every night. So, yeah.
Tuck calls those guys smelling salts. They put them up there and wake everybody up.
Well, I mean, he draws people into it. That's what I've said before. He draws you into it. If it's a game that's, not high end, or it's not a lot of events going on right now, he's certainly going to bring the intensity of the game up.
I'm sure you'd say this across the board. It's been a while since he scored. You'd like to see more goals.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if he could chip in. Everyone wants to chip in offensively, but he has a role on the team here, and we admire his role. We support his role. He plays hard for us every shift.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
The home of the Bruins, Patriots, Rams, and Celtics. Boston's home for sports is 95 The Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
For the Kraken, 4-1-1 record over their last 6 games, finding their stride. Bruins dropped their second in a row. And a final score of 5-1 Seattle, as they extend their lead out in the third period with 3 unanswered goals, including that empty netter. On Thursday night in Seattle, the Bruins lost their second in a row to start this Western road trip. But despite only scoring 2 goals so far, Captain Brad Marchand said the key is on the defensive end.
So we had some good looks. I think we can still continue to be better. We definitely passed some shots on them, but we got to clean it up defensively big time. We can't be giving up 5 and 6 goals a game. That's not the type of team we are.
The Bruins are back across the border to take on the Vancouver Canucks, and it's coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, shot.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick, and the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, Ticketmaster, Charles D. Sheehy, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we are at Rogers Arena in Vancouver for the Bruins and the Canucks tonight. Bruins trying to snap a 2-game losing streak on this stretch. What do they need to do that tonight?
Defense. I mean, look, you can look at the goal scoring all you want, and they've only scored 2 goals on this road trip in the first 2 games. One of them was on a power play, and the other one was a penalty shot. So, yeah, you want to get the offense going, but the offense will get going if you can tighten up defensively. And that just has to be so much better. We heard Brad Marchand talk about it earlier in our pregame show, saying that's the #1 priority for them right now. I completely agree with him. They've got to tighten up defensively. They've got to be better in that area. You count on the offense to come if you are better in that area. You played it. Now, I think the outlier was the game you played against Vancouver earlier at the TD Garden, right? You played really well defensively, but they get 1 power play goal and they end up beating it 2-0. So I'll take that game over what I've seen the first 2 games of this road trip anytime, because you know things are moving in the right direction. So getting back to a little bit more of that for the Bruins, becoming more stingy defensively, being harder to play against, that's something that they still are striving for here today.
Well, as you said earlier, they're not built to outscore their mistakes right now. And so, let's see if they can clean that up. Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We'll have the opening face-off from Vancouver next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You're tuning in to Coca-Cola Holiday Radio. Gather around for some extra holiday cheer. Classic movies, festive tunes, and heartwarming moments to share with your family and friends, all in one place. And that's not all. Spread cheer with a $3 Amazon credit for you and yours. Now that's the spirit. Visit Amazon.com/Coca-Cola Holiday Magic to discover even more ways to share holiday magic with Coca-Cola. Terms apply. Copyright 2024, The Coca-Cola Company.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Justin Gordon, CEO of AmRamp Accessibility, partnered with us.
AmRamp Accessibility has been making accessibility solutions for over 25 years. South Shore Bank secured a multi-million-dollar loan for us. They work just as hard for us as we do for our clients. They're not just helping our bottom line, they're helping us make our community more accessible for everyone.
Sharing your success, growing your business. That's above and beyond banking. South Shore Bank, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. Free design consultation. Plus free samples and free shipping.
Ho, ho, ho! Blinds.com invented a better way to buy custom high-quality window treatments with no showroom markups or waiting around for quotes from pushy salespeople, saving you time and money for the holidays with upfront pricing right on our website.
Go right now to Blinds.com. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Satisfaction guaranteed. Deck your home this holiday season with Blinds.com. Save up to 45% on select styles, plus a free professional measure. Blinds.com.
Blinds.com.
Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hatred, love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh
Getting set for the opening face-off between the Vancouver Canucks and the Bruins. We take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Vancouver is Thatcher Demko. On defense, the pairing of Quinn Hughes and Tyler Myers. And up front, Niels Höglander, JT Miller, and Brock Besser. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman getting a starting goal. On defense is Nikita Zadorov and Charlie McAvoy. And up front, Brad Marchand, Elias Lindholm, and Justin Brazeau. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Now through the end of the year, all DraftKings customers will get a special daily promo every single day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SportsHub to take advantage. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And the first 5 minutes are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Sean McMahon of Hudson, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Sean will pick up a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins will go from left to right in the first period in the traditional white helmets, sweaters, black numbers, gold trim, and black pants. The Canucks in the home blues from head to toe with white numbers and gold trim, or a green trim, I should say. Face-off is controlled by Elias Lindholm. The Bruins have it first. From their own zone, DeBrusk gives to Marchand, back over to DeBrusk. Excuse me. Charlie McAvoy. It's going to be one of those kind of nights. McAvoy's got it. He drops it back.
Here's the fine jar right here.
Puck goes up and out of play.
Got $2 or $3 in there right
73 instead of 74. Wrong jersey, the whole thing. Puck goes out of play.
Right shot, left shot, defenseman, forward, wrong team. How many ways?
We're only 3 games into this road trip.
Lack of sleep, Ryan?
Not for me.
Okay.
Maybe too much. I don't know. Let's try this again as they face it off at center ice. So we'll hit the reset button and puck turned over to Suter. He sends it down into the Bruins zone. Carlo will circle back to get it in the near side corner.
Yeah, you get JT Miller back in the lineup. I was talking to a couple of Vancouver people, and you get him back in the lineup. It just slots everybody where they should be in the lineup, especially on the center position.
Hughes from the near side turns it over to Pasternak, and Pasternak going to carry it through neutral ice as Hughes chases him back into the Vancouver end of the ice.
Yeah, Hughes, he'll turn it over, but he'll get back. He'll recover pretty quickly.
Puck will be dumped in here by Suter around behind Swayman. It jumps over his stick as he went behind the net to play it. Joshua on the far boards. Sent it toward the back of the Bruins net. Zadorov able to spin it out from there. And Kastelik will move it through neutral ice. Frederick dumps it down into the right wing corner near side. Kastelik took a big hit behind the net from Soucy to move the puck around the far side. Now it is DeBrusk to get it clear.
It's a good hit by Soucy, but Kastelik wants to get to that puck first, and he's willing to take that hit.
Here's Charlie Coyle moving it back to Kastelik on the left side now.
I would imagine he'll give that hit a little bit later.
Yeah. Frederick in the near corner against DeBrusk. Coyle gets involved as well. Coyle comes away with the puck. Try to bank it off the boards. It's picked off by Pettersson, and he'll work his way through neutral ice here for the Canucks. Off to the right side and forced in behind the Bruins net, but Peak will send it back toward that far side. And now he gets it back and brings it out up the middle with some space. Gains the red line, dumps it in as the Bruins were changing behind the play. Koepke gets in on the forecheck, wins the puck, sent one off the outside of the net, and now scramble for it in front, but cleared away by Vancouver.
Puck came to Beecher. He had a little whack at it, but he was bothered a little bit as well. But it's a good forecheck there by the Bruins.
Luger played it into the Bruins zone, but whistled offside.
Yeah, I expect a good pace here in this game. I'd be disappointed if the Bruins didn't have a good pace, at least to start this one. Vancouver feeling pretty good about themselves after their previous win.
2:14 gone here in this first period. You see another face-off at center ice here off of the offside.
A very brief, I wouldn't call it a highlight package, but they welcome back Elias Lindholm and Zadorov. They weren't here very long.
I was going to say, the brief highlight package for a brief career here in Vancouver. Lindholm had an excellent playoff run here with the Canucks last year.
He did.
Bruins whistled on an offside here, so they'll face it off in the neutral zone again.
Derek Forbort out of the lineup, former Bruin. He played last game, but I think that they're trying to be real kind of cautious with him, from what I understand. Coming off of an injury, hasn't played much this year. Played pretty well the other day. They were telling me, but they want to just kind of ease him back in, much like Thatcher Demko.
It's been a rough go for him this year. In addition to the injury, lost his father earlier this year, took some time off to deal with that. As the puck gets shot wide of the net, Canucks will play it back toward the blue line. Pass across from Myers, looking for Hughes, missed him. Bruins get it out. Myers will skate back toward his own end to retrieve it. Tipped on deep into the Bruins zone by Besser. Spun around the far boards. Pasternak coming back toward it, but taken away from him by Besser. Off the far boards, back to Myers stepping in. Now it goes near side for Hughes. Hughes trying to cut away from Zaka's check and threw one to the net. Kicked off into the far corner. Back to Myers now with the right point. His shot blocked in front by Osterley. A drive by Hughes off the near boards gets knocked back into the near corner.
It's funny, Myers had time and space to do something else with that puck, but he wants to get the puck over to Hughes. And rightfully so. I mean, Hughes is just so good. He's so dynamic offensively. The second time he took the shot, but you have a partner like that, you defer. You want to get that puck to him as much as possible.
Canucks will get whistled for an icing here. I mean, Hughes 34 points in 28 games so far this year. Norris Trophy winner last year. 3 straight seasons with 60 or more assists. Had 92 points a year ago. So, yeah, I would say you would tend to defer to that guy.
Yeah. We don't get to see him and appreciate him as much as people out on the West Coast do.
Face-off win back to McAvoy. Got a shot in on Demko.
It's a pretty talented family, is it not?
I would say. McAvoy along the near board. Sent it behind the net. Kastelik's got it on his stick. To the far circle. A turnaround shot off of Demko and into the near corner.
Now, their father, Jimmy, played at Providence. He played against him. He was not like his sons.
Coyle gets it back to Zadorov. Back to Coyle. He brings it out toward the blue line. To Zadorov for a one-timer. Kastelik digging for the rebound. Got 2 or 3 cracks at it. Demko made the saves. And a penalty coming up.
That's better. See, that wasn't happening the other night against Seattle. So you had the tip, and it creates a rebound. The Bruins get the shot through from the point. You rotate that third guy out high. They did this a little bit this morning. They were working on it. They worked on it 5-on-5 this morning. You get the third guy out high, the third forward out high. They get the shot through from the point. Zadorov gets it through from the point, and Kastelik with a tip, rebound chance, pushing away at it, and Myers is going to take him down, and that's where the penalty is going to occur. Probably a cross-check.
Cross-checking is the call. So the Bruins get the early power play chance in this game. We talked about the early penalties that they took against Seattle the other night. So let's see if the power play can get something done here early.
They've shown some signs of life here in the last handful of games.
Face-off win by Lindholm. McAvoy over to Pasternak for a one-timer. Juleson got in the way of that. On the end boards, battle for possession. Carson Soucy sent it toward the near boards, and Bluger will clear it out.
Yeah, Juleson trying to shake off. He blocked that shot with his hand there.
He stays on the ice as the Bruins move up ice. Pass came ricocheting off the near boards behind Pasternak. Couldn't get the entry. So they'll try again. Zaka drops it off for a cutting McAvoy coming through neutral ice. Off to the left side for Marchand. Now Pasternak just inside the blue line. Works his way down the left wing wall. Gives back to Marchand out of the blue line. Nifty move to get away from Sherwood. Spun it in behind the net. Zaka waiting for it in the near corner. He sends it back around toward that far side. Pasternak now will leave it behind the net. And Soucy clears it around the near boards, but not out. McAvoy over to Marchand. Now down. Marshy still getting booed all these years later. Along the near side, it comes to Marchand. They score. Lindholm got it across to Marchand on the doorstep, and he roofs it. A power play goal to give the Bruins a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, nice keeping out at the point here by McAvoy. Pretty good play there. Pasternak works it down low to Lindholm. He's off to the right of Demko, so on that left wing side, and then the quick pass, right? Doesn't dust it off, doesn't have to think about it. He gets it on his stick, and it's right across to Marchand. And Marchand just has to lift it up and over top of the glove hand side. And Marchand, after he moves that, he goes back to the blue line. He's going to move it to Pasternak, and then he's going to make a beeline for the far side post. Just really good puck movement by the Bruins here to start this one. You want to boot Marchand? I think he enjoys that.
Well, he put his hand up to his ear after that puck went in the net. So, yeah, he'll take more of that.
He wasn't kissing the ring like the last game, but he doesn't mind that.
Bruins get it right back into the attack zone here. Up 1-0, 5.5 minutes in.
Means you're doing something right, doesn't it?
Generally, as the puck comes behind the net, Frederick gives it to Coyle. On the near circle, Coyle pivots away from Suter. Plays it back down toward the corner, but it'll be spun in behind the net. And Mark Friedman there for the Canucks, trying to get it out of the zone on the far wall. Kept in by Coyle. Coyle centers it up for Lohrei stepping in, but he had to chase it down. Now a centering pass for Frederick.
That was there for him.
Just couldn't get the stick on it.
Joshua might have got a piece of that, but that was a good pass from Lohrei from the left wing circle. And it's a hard pass. Frederick would love to be able to handle that a little bit better than he did. I don't know if Joshua got a piece or not, but he was right at the hash mark. I mean, that's a good one-timer opportunity right there if he can handle it.
Exactly 6 minutes into this first period. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Face-off will be to the right of Thatcher Demko. In just his second game back from a knee injury suffered during the playoffs last year.
Bizarre, too, right? We don't know exactly what it was, and it was something different than a lot of knee injuries, and he had to see specialists.
And Lankinen has taken most of the
he's been great.
duties and has been terrific out tonight with this flu bug that's going through the Vancouver locker room. Archer Silov's called up from Abbotsford. This is the backup tonight. On the near boards, Beecher.
He played for them last year in the playoffs, right?
He did. He ended up playing, I think, 10 games in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Played well. Zadorov gives to Marchand on the far side. Cross ice, it comes to McAvoy now with the right point. Back across far side, jumped over Marchand's stick. Myers will take it and will lob it up and out of the zone, but that's going to go for another Vancouver icing here with 13:06 to go in the first period. The Bruins up by a goal.
Myers arguing with the linesman, the back linesman there, that didn't think that should be icing, but it's good forecheck by the Bruins. They got their legs going here early, and you know, I don't know what's said in those meetings there yesterday, but sometimes you got to look in the mirror and play a little honesty game and get yourself going, and you know, we got to be honest with ourselves that we're just not good enough right now.
We talked too about, you know, the Bruins having to chase the games, getting behind early. Tonight they get up early, so totally different look.
Yeah, I mean, I know they won 4 in a row, right, prior to the road trip, and they won, what, I think it was 6 out of 8.
Right.
But, you know, you get against a good team in Winnipeg, and you don't do the job, and you get against a team playing well in Seattle. I don't know if they're a good team, but they were playing well.
Marchand trying to tap one back to Zadorov. They lose it out of the zone. Zadorov hustling back after it. McAvoy from the red line will drive it back in. Demko shoots it around the near glass.
Good finish by J.T. Miller. Those two had a conversation there in warm-ups. They're going to be teammates there on the Four Nations Cup for Team USA.
Besser will send it into the near corner and trickling in behind the Bruins net. Marchand gets it from Zadorov. Played it up the middle. Brazo out in the neutral ice, knocked off balance. Soucy will drive it back in toward Jeremy Swayman. Here's Osterley with an outlet pass in front of the Bruins bench.
Yeah, fans one or too many men. Well, if you don't play it and you're just stepping on the ice, it's not a too many men. If Pastrnak would have played that puck, then it's too many men.
Here's Pastrnak, right circle, shooting one wide of Demko. Geekie spun it back in behind the net. Pastrnak trying to feed it out in front, but it hit Friedman in the skate. Kept deep here by Zacha. Pastrnak out in front. Geekie scores!
Morgan Geekie one-times it from right in front of the crease, and it's 2-0 Bruins.
Just, again, forecheck by the Bruins, right? They're on it. Zacha rotates it back down behind the net this time. Peak with a good pinch, but Zacha rotates it behind the net. And I don't know if Pastrnak was trying to pass this puck to Geekie or if he was trying to stuff it in, but it ends up right on. It ends up right on the stick of Geekie. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he's that good. But I think his stick was actually stopped as he tried to stuff it. And it goes right onto the stick of Geekie, and it's in the back of the net past the glove hand side, point blank there. against Demko.
Rick Tocchet having some words with referee Gord Dwyer.
He might be talking about the too many men, but I don't think it was. I honestly don't think it was. Pastrnak hopped on the ice. The puck went that direction, but he didn't play it. If it hits him, it hits him. As long as he's not out there when the guy's 15 feet away from the bench. You know what I mean? He was getting on the bench. Whoever he was changing for was getting on the bench, and the puck hit him. That's not playing the puck. There's a big difference there, and Rick Tocchet seemed to be satisfied with the explanation that he got.
Here come the Canucks.
Not happy, but satisfied.
Canucks in the Bruins zone. Carlo cuts off a centering pass in front of Swayman. A couple of guys down away from the play there as Soucy and Pastrnak came together. Both guys on the ice, but Pastrnak now with the puck as he starts out of the zone.
The four-man rush.
Here's Geekie. Feeding for Zacha. Back to Geekie. Right circle a shot. Demko kicked that away.
They didn't see Osterley coming late.
Puck comes around behind the Canucks net along the near boards. It is Pastrnak. Play it back to McAvoy at the blue line. Send it across far side. Tipped by Suter.
Yeah, that was there right away, but Suter read it.
Now it's Hughes circling back behind Demko. 10:50 to go here in the first period. Bruins out to a 2-goal lead. As Hughes throws one through the neutral ice, gloved down by McAvoy. Kastelik touches it up, and it's a hand pass against the Bruins, and we'll step aside. 10:43 to go in the first. Brad Marchand and Morgan Geekie both on the board. 2-0 Bruins here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You're tuning in to Coca-Cola Holiday Radio. Gather around for some extra holiday cheer. Classic movies, festive tunes, and heartwarming moments to share with your family and friends all in one place. And that's not all. Spread cheer with a $3 Amazon credit for you and yours. Now that's the spirit. Visit Amazon.com/Coca-Cola Holiday Magic to discover even more ways to share holiday magic with Coca-Cola. Terms apply. Copyright 2024, The Coca-Cola Company.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort Chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog. Milk Bone. The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Get holiday ready, great offers on the Bronco family, or get winter ready with a Ford F-Series. We've got 10:43 left in the first period, and the Bruins have a 2-0 lead over the Canucks.
Yeah, it's been they've outshot Vancouver 9-1. They did have the benefit of the power play, but 9-1. Skating legs have been going. Forecheck's been good.
Puck out of play into the Bruins bench here.
They played with pace. Confidence, pace.
Well, it's one thing to get the power play chance early in the game. It's another thing to capitalize on it, and they do.
They've taken baby steps here recently where they've looked better on the power play. Not always, but most of the time they've looked better on the power play. But they've got such a hole to dig out of. You can only go up, right? I mean, you can't go any further down than where they are. So
it came into the night again, last in the league. As Soucy shoots one wide of the net, it'll be taken by McAvoy around the far side. Bruins moving left to right here in the first period. McAvoy with pace through neutral ice, carries it down the left wing wall, gets hit and knocked down by Friedman.
Yeah, he didn't like that. McAvoy didn't. He's giving Friedman a couple whacks coming back up the ice.
Pedersen deals ahead for Sherwood into the Bruins zone, over to Soucy, and diving back to make the defensive play was Coyle. Bruins clear it. It will go just wide of Thatcher Demko for an icing.
McAvoy not too happy about getting finished there. He thought it was a little bit late, but he didn't like it, and he gave him a couple whacks coming back up the ice, and he's hustling back. That's a heck of an effort there by Coyle. You don't need to be. You don't want to see guys diving all the time because that means you're in desperation all the time. But that's a good second effort getting back there, right? And then the good hit by McAvoy right in front of the net there on Soucy. If he plays angry, when McAvoy plays angry and engaged, you know it.
We saw that in the Centennial game,
yes.
right? That he got upset in that
Philly.
game, and or was it the Philly game? The Philly game.
Yeah. Philadelphia, right.
Right, and once he got into it with Mishkov, and
Mishkov
he took over that game.
Yes, exactly, in the third period.
Here is Hughes working his way toward the far side. Hughes trying to center one, tipped up into the air and gloved down by Kastelik. Kastelik lost his edge going after that puck, was still able to shovel it forward.
He was never right going into that play. He was just in between.
Here's Hughes from the Vancouver zone. Up the near side for Miller. Carries it down the wall. Sends one across. Thrown near side by Juleson. Back over to Hughes. Shot blocked in front in traffic. Now Besser will spin it up the near boards back for Hughes again. Deep it comes to Besser. And into Lohrei. Around it goes to Juleson at the right point. And in deep again. This time for Höglander. Hughes out of the left wing corner with a puck on his stick. Pivots away from a check from Koepke. Brings it all the way back toward the blue line. And now running out of room. Turns it over. Koepke will work his way forward on a 3-on-2, but taken away from him, and Hughes will turn back up ice.
He's at the end of a shift right now because that
long pass ahead. It'll come back across for Besser. Left wing circle, a shot right into the chest of Jeremy Swayman, who hangs on. 9:02 to go in the first period. Bruins 2 and the Canucks nothing. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Lights are going up, snow is falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here. People throwing parties, ugly sweaters everywhere. Stockings hung up by the chimney with care. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Justin Gordon, CEO of AmRamp Accessibility, partnered with us.
AmRamp Accessibility has been making accessibility solutions for over 25 years. South Shore Bank secured a multi-million-dollar loan for us. They work just as hard for us as we do for our clients. They're not just helping our bottom line, they're helping us make our community more accessible for everyone.
Sharing your success, growing your business. That's above and beyond banking. South Shore Bank, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Brad Marchand's power play goal assisted by Elias Lindholm. David Pasternak is our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Bruins up 2 with 9:02 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, we mentioned McAvoy got hit by Friedman, and it looked like a little bit of a cross-check from behind, and that's what he was arguing about. McAvoy ended up going down to the locker room. He looked like...
There's a tip-on goal here, but Swayman knocks it away.
It looked like he might have had a cut on his leg. And that's where he was looking, and he went down towards the room. So Bruins one short on the back end right now, and it's McAvoy.
So face-off inside the defensive zone here.
I've had a couple of those cuts, happen. Sometimes you don't realize it. You kind of feel it, but you don't realize it. And all of a sudden you look down and you just got red all over your sock. It's like...
Yeah, he went over and talked to the official, and he lifted up his pant leg toward around the thigh area, it looked like, and decided he needed to go and seek some attention.
It's right. It's like a lot of times it's right above the shin pad and right below the pant.
Right. Here's Myers now at the right point for the Canucks. He'll play it down the right wing wall, and a centering pass came across, but Suter couldn't make a play on it. Now he does along the near boards and spins it back in behind the net. Taken by Joshua back there.
Actually surprised it doesn't happen more often without, with the skate blades.
Joshua going behind, and Turned over.
Good double team there. Lindholm comes down to help.
Through neutral ice, Marchand has Brazeau coming down the middle, fires across, and Lindholm was the late man coming on, but ridden away from the puck by Myers.
Tied up by Myers. I don't know if that one would have counted. I think that was offsides, but
Garland gets decked by Pete coming into the Bruins zone.
Garland was good against the Bruins at TD Garden. Local kid, Situate.
Peak will drive it back in here around Demko. Let it go all the way around the far board. Soucy now will take it as it was thrown back in front of the net. He lobs one down into the Bruins zone for an icing here against the Canucks with 7:39 to play in the first. Bruins up 2.
Yeah, I can't speak for the Canucks, but from the Bruins standpoint, a good pace, right? I mean, this is far better than what we've seen here maybe the first couple of games of this road trip. You know, I know that they're in both games going into the third period, but the pace today is just better. And the physicality is better. It doesn't mean running guys over or through the boards. It just means moving your feet.
Here's Pete firing a loose puck wide of the net.
He had Zacha wide open back door.
Pasternak's got it along the near boards against DeBrusk. He works his way down into the corner, sends behind the net. Geekie over in the far corner now. To Lohrei back of the blue line. Walks it toward the near side. Now plays it back over off the far boards to Geekie, a drive, and Demko made the save, and the puck gets batted out of play by the Canucks right over the glass.
That's a penalty, definitely a delay a game. They picked it out of the air, but it goes over the glass into the netting.
So Carson Soucy headed to the box, and the Bruins power play already 1 for 1 on the night. We'll get another chance here in the first period.
Turnaround shot from out high by Geekie gets all the way in. And I think the Canucks were trying to say that it was the Bruins. Is that Beecher or Zacha? Zacha, but no.
His stick was in the neighborhood, but so power play goes back to work.
Is he just getting back to the
just coming back onto the bench now.
So he's not going to start the power play. It'll be Lohrei on this top unit.
Face off controlled by the Canucks. Myers sent it around the far boards, gets through Pastrnak and goes all the way down ice. Lohrei will circle back to get it behind Swayman. He's going to carry it forward to the blue line. Now banks a pass off the near boards for Pastrnak coming on late. Carries all the way into the Vancouver zone. Centering pass right to the doorstep, but knocked away by Juleson, and Canucks will get it clear. Lohrei skates back to get it once again. Try the same play as Pastrnak this time wheels it over to the far side for Zacha. Lost it near the Vancouver blue line.
That's well done by Vancouver there.
Marchand finds Lindholm, floating a pass back toward Marchand, who had it taken away and then given right back by Juleson, and Marchand gets the shot in on Demko, who covers it up.
Juleson picked it off and then tried to move that puck, but right under the tape of Marchand. But that's well scouted, right? I mean, that's a pre-scout, that back through the neutral zone. That's a nice job by Vancouver. You know that the Bruins are going to try to delay coming up the ice, move that puck back to the two guys coming up, and they played that extremely well, but they had it snuffed out, put right back on the stick of Marchand.
Here's McAvoy out there now as the second unit comes out. McAvoy's first shift since an apparent cut on the leg. Geekie trying to get it back toward Frederick at the blue line, but tipped off of Bluger and out.
Great idea. Just kind of hooked it a little bit.
It's 57 seconds left on the penalty to Soucy. Frederick coming through neutral ice. Gains the attack zone. Gave it off far side for Geekie, but taken away from him. And Brandstrom will wrap it around the near boards. Brazeau with the blue line with a diving effort to keep that alive, but then kicked away from Coyle. And back out into neutral ice. Coyle quick up here for Brazeau. Just inside the Vancouver line. Spins it around the far boards. Frederick thought he had help back at the blue line. He didn't. Trickles back out across the line. McAvoy will dump it in from the red line around the far boards. Here's Pastrnak onto it along the far side circle. Gave it for Zacha, and it evades him and out of the zone.
It was on his tape. Just didn't quite handle it right.
15 seconds left on the power play. Pastrnak gets a pass, brings it in across the line. Near circle, plays it down into the corner for Marchand. Trying to find the handle against Myers. Bit of a size mismatch there. Around the far side, Pastrnak will play it deep here for Zacha. Soucy coming out of the box. Zacha coming toward the near side circle with a puck on his stick. Sends it back to McAvoy, center of the blue line. Takes a shot with Marchand in front. Marchand had the rebound just wide.
That was tipped as well by Marchand. We talked about that in pregame.
McAvoy's pass bounces off Pasternak's skate and out of the zone.
We've had two good tips in front of the net with guys around the front of the net.
Team's at full strength here. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first period. Dump in on Demko. He gloves it and drops it back into play. Wilson sent it around the far boards. Beecher and McLaughlin over there trying to keep it in. They could not, but gathered back in here. Beecher to Zadorov and out to McLaughlin. Off the far boards, Beecher from the blue line will wrap it around. Koepke takes a hit along the near boards. It's held there by Friedman. Two aside, they try to find it in the near corner. It'll go around toward the far side. Zadorov waits for it at the far point. Plays it back in deep here for McLaughlin. Off the near wall for Carlo. Walking it along the blue line. Gave over to Zadorov. His shot goes up off the back glass.
It's got to be down. That's going to be a little bit lower. Doesn't have to be on the ice, but it's got to be a little bit lower than head high.
Yeah, can't legally tip that on goal. Zadorov pivots away from Höglander and comes back behind Jeremy Swayman. Swayman has seen all of 3 shots in this first 16 minutes of this game. Bruins have 14 shots on Demko at the other end.
Only one that I would say would be a good opportunity, not a great opportunity.
Miller over to Hughes. Hughes with a little space along that far side. He deals it back to Soucy coming across the blue line with a drive. Kicked away in front. Now a scramble for it, and that shot covered up by Swayman as he gives Peak a little tap at the side of the net for his coverage. 3:27 to go in the first period. It's the Bruins 2 and the Canucks nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Lights are going up, snow is falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here. People throwing parties, ugly sweaters everywhere. Stockings hung up by the chimney with care. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Sheldon Lloyd, owner of City Fresh Foods, partnered with us.
At City Fresh Foods, we employ locally, we feed locally, and we purchase locally. And when we were searching for a local partner to finance our new building, we wanted a bank that worked as hard as we do. South Shore Bank built a funding package to meet our needs and a long-lasting business relationship. They're investing in us and our mission to supply healthier food to our community.
Sharing your success, growing your business. That's above and beyond banking. South Shore Bank, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
David Pastrnak and Pavel Zacha, the helpers on Morgan Geeky's last goal. With those feeds, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Bruins up 2-0, 3:27 to go here in the first period in Vancouver. Face-off will be to the left of Jeremy Swayman.
The score is...
Here's a drive by Friedman that goes well wide of the net. I think Kastelik got a piece of it.
Score is what you want, but you got to be happy about the way you've gotten there, too.
Yeah. It's been a solid first period all at both ends of the ice here so far. Kastelik plays it down into the right wing corner. Hughes trying to hold off Coyle. Frederick got a piece of the puck, but it'll bank out of the zone, and Zadorov will come back toward his own blue line along with McAvoy. Zadorov in front of the Bruins bench. Pass for Kastelik, trying to redirect it around Myers. Could not. DeBrusk will carry the Canucks ahead. His shot off the leg of McAvoy into the far corner. Off the far wall. It'll be Brazo for Lindholm. Up ice comes Marchand. He made a move around Myers, but the puck just trickled away from him. Carlo, near side boards, will send it back in deep. Jumped away from Myers. Marchand backhanded one in front, but couldn't take advantage. Brazo to Carlo. His shot through traffic in front goes off the backboards. Now a centering pass. And Lindholm and Brazo both had a crack at it.
Back now.
Well, Sherwood playing one off the near boards as DeBrusque was headed up ice, but it ends up an icing here against Vancouver.
Yeah, nice effort there, I think, by Sherwood to try to get that puck to DeBrusque, but didn't quite have the right angle going up the boards for it. Yeah, Osterley pinching down the left wing side. He tried to pass that puck right through the middle of the ice. It eluded everybody, but aggressive with the defenseman. Carlo getting that shot through. Osterley aggressive on the far pinch.
Face-off win here in the offensive zone. Lohrei.
Set play here. Pastrnak coming around the net, but Myers reads it.
Myers will headman it along to DeBrusque, coming out of the zone. Through the red line. Chips it down into the far corner. Lohrei able to hold him off. And Peak will start it out for the Bruins. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first period. Lifted in toward Demko. Goes bouncing just wide of the near post. Pastrnak aggressive against Juleson, but played out into the neutral zone. Cross ice it comes, and Brandstrom will backhand it deep. Swayman out to play it. Took a little bit of time with it, but was able to get it away to Peak. Back into the Vancouver end and around the near side. Dan Heinen.
I don't think that's the way they would teach it, but he got away with it.
Geekie sends a pass across the ice off the skate of Zadorov in the neutral zone. A free puck. Coyle finds McAvoy cutting toward the Vancouver end. Skates in across the line. Around the far side, Trent Frederick will send it back around behind the net. Past Kastelik on the near boards. Collision, Coyle and Sasson both end up on the ice. Friedman's got it along the far side. Deals it back across for Bluger. Been a pretty good week for the Bluger family. His mom visiting from Latvia on Tuesday night won the 50-50 for $105,000.
Canadian.
I'd still take it.
I'm kidding.
70%, still pretty good. Here's Miller dropping one off. That shot went wide. Not sure what the Latvian exchange rate is. Here's Hughes just inside the blue line, stepping into his shot. Kastelik blocked that. It goes out of play.
Nice job by Kastelik there, right? I mean, you've got such a dangerous player with that puck on his stick, walking into a good shooting position. You've got to front him, and it's not just about fronting Hughes, because he's going to change the angle. He's not just going to line up and take a shot. He's going to change the angle. He's going to move a little bit. He's going to drag it, and you got to stay with him. And that's a pretty good defensive play right there by Kastelik. So wait, so let me get this straight. She won $105,000.
Yes.
Well, the 50-50 is already at $202,000. So she won half.
105
of that,
was her take.
Yeah. But this is still first period. It's $202,000 right now.
Right. So 101 already night. On the line tonight.
It's a slow night.
Well, it was a Tuesday.
Okay.
On the far boards, Marchand digging for the puck. Final 10 seconds of the period here. Geekie gets it back to Osterley. His shot tipped on goal by Elias Lindholm. Demko, the save, covers it up.
They've already had 3 tips on point shots. And I don't think they had 3 the other day against Seattle.
They had lots of opportunities. They just weren't getting sticks on them, right?
They weren't getting sticks on them, but they've been around it here today. I know they haven't scored on a tip, but that's a good sign, because I know that it was addressed. We talked to Joe Sacco about it. It was one of the areas that he emphasized here for his forwards.
3.5 seconds left in the period, and an attack zone face-off for Zacha. Zadorov waits at the ready at the top of the circle. Pastrnak just north of the hash marks along the far side as well. Long wait for the drop. Miller able to win it back toward the corner, and he'll eat the puck long enough to get us to the end of the first period. But it's the Bruins with a 2-0 lead after 1. Brad Marchand, a power play goal at 5:12. Morgan Geekie at 8:08 at even strength. And the Bruins take a 2-goal lead into the locker room for the first break. We'll take a timeout. Be back with our first intermission next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
lights are going up, snow is falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here. People throwing parties, ugly sweaters everywhere. Stockings hung up by the chimney with care. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Justin Gordon, CEO of AmRamp Accessibility, partnered with us.
AmRamp Accessibility has been making accessibility solutions for over 25 years. South Shore Bank secured a multi-million-dollar loan for us. They work just as hard for us as we do for our clients. They're not just helping our bottom line, they're helping us make our community more accessible for everyone.
Sharing your success, growing your business. That's above and beyond banking. South Shore Bank, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business. Like that, let's put it online and see what happens stage.
And the site is live.
That we opened a store and need a fast checkout stage.
Thanks. You're all set.
That count it up and ship it around the globe stage.
This one's going to Thailand.
And that, wait, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Whatever your stage, businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/listen.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days with a sporty new Civic, Accord, HR-V, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord or CR-V, a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic, and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
2-0 Bruins over Vancouver as we hit the first intermission. And as part of our first intermission, we'll take a look back at the week that was around the NHL. This week's top plays feature all the best finishes from around the league. Capitals and Golden Knights staying red hot. A 4-goal night from Philly Scott Laughton and a whole lot more. It's your NHL plays of the week. Far side corner. They dig for it. Zacha and Forster. Now Pasternak's got it. He's dealing with Tippett. Comes around in front. Score! Pasternak to Zacha for the game winner, and the Bruins come from 2 down to win it.
And now is Armia on the far wall. Holding off Alexei Protas. Not an easy thing to do. A couple of big guys there. Savard will start from behind the net. Knocked out by Protas. Will pick it to the middle. Dubois for Wilson. He scores! Oh, what a goal! Protas able to feed it to Wilson again. 2 in the third period with 8:11 to go. It's 3-2 Washington.
Now starting back to the line. Works it over the line. The Leafs have not had a shootout game this year. As a shot blocked by Stolars. Puck goes out at center and the foot race is on. Trying to get to it, Matthews. Matthews is in! Scores! Holy Mackinac! Austin Matthews wins the game in overtime!
Save made by Wedgwood. McKinnon on the loose change. He's got an empty net. Hands it up for Mikko Rantanen. Wide open. He missed. Looking for his 10th hat trick. Unselfish play by Nathan McKinnon. Rantanen has it back. Drives it now for Arturi Lehkonen. Off the wall. Taves. He'll leave it. McKinnon looking for
Mikko Rantanen. Now Rantanen's got a one-timer block. Got it back a second time. Rantanen into an empty net. Throw the chapeau for the third time tonight. The Moose is loose. 3 hat tricks on the season for Mikko Rantanen, 10 in his career. And pardon the pun in Pittsburgh, but that caps off a great night for the Colorado Avalanche.
Jarvis setting up. Oh, out in front. Vanacek got a piece. Celebrini tries to clear. Checked it from distance. You know what he can do? He's put Carolina in the lead. 3-2 Carolina on Chatfield's third. What a time to visit, Trip.
Werenski carries into the left wing circle, was met immediately. Good pressure by Drysdale. This is as good as Jamie Drysdale has been in a Flyer uniform.
Yeah, defensively, he's closing fast.
Farabee lead pass, Konechny behind the defense. He walks in, took the shot, he scores! Travis Konechny gets it back. His 14th of the season, make it 15 with his second tonight. And Konechny gives the Flyers again a 3-goal lead. It's 4-1.
Holloway puts it in, drives the net, shoots, he scores! Bring out the Zamboni! Dylan Holloway had a game tonight. He scores the game winner for the Blues. They skate to a 4-3 win in overtime in Vancouver, and they pick up 6 out of 8 points on a difficult West Coast trip. 3:20 to go in overtime. Dylan Holloway, the hero. Reinhart, he weaves in. Reinhart touches the left circle to the forehand. Upstairs, and he scores! And Sam Reinhart ends it in the shootout for the Panthers. The Panthers win it 2-1 in the shootout here tonight in Seattle.
There's a shot by Shabbat. Gets knocked down before it gets to get scores! A drifter from the point by Batherson. And I think this went off a Ducks player. I think it's a hat-trick goal for Batherson. Also extended his point streak. Here's Crosby near circle, rips his shot, caught a piece, the deflection off the post. Brian Rust shoots and scores with a hat-trick. A wide-open net for Rusty. And on the near circle, he lets it fly. Brian Rust, his 6th career hat-trick. As some apparel does hit the ice here in Montreal.
He'll carry back in. He's got Kane going in front. Coming late. He misses the centering pass. Scott Lawton, he's going to break away. And then empty net for goal number 4. He shoots. He scores! 4 on the night for Lawton against Detroit. He is a one-man show in this one. And the Flyers have a 4-1 lead.
And forced off the puck. Dylan back to take control at center. And moving it in for Alexei Protas, who shoots and scores! Alexei Protas wins it for Washington in overtime. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Columbus, his 2nd of the game.
Niederreiter 1 against 2 at the line, so we'll play it backward and go for a change. Nemesnikov changing, a steal for Theodore. Knights are onside 2-on-1. Theodore for Barbashev, score! The Knights catch the Jets changing in overtime. And Vegas comes from behind, winning in overtime 3-2.
So Marchand will get with the penalty shot here, going from left to right, picks up the puck with speed, steps in across the blue line, goes to his backhand and scores! Brad Marchand right down the middle, deep to his backhand, and the Bruins cut it back to a 1-goal game. Brad Marchand's penalty shot goal the other night, tying him with Pavel Bure for the most penalty shot goals in NHL history. One period complete here in Vancouver. It's the Bruins with a 2-0 lead. We'll be back with a check of the out-of-town scores next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Andy Everly, CEO of Environmental Pools, partnered with us.
Environmental Pools has been helping clients build the custom pool of their dreams for more than 30 years. When it was time to build our new facility for our business, we turned to our local partner at South Shore Bank. They built a custom funding package that will help us continue to grow all across New England.
South Shore Bank, sharing success. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. Free design consultation. Plus free samples and free shipping.
Ho, ho, ho! Blinds.com invented a better way to buy custom high-quality window treatments with no showroom mock-ups or waiting around for quotes from pushy salespeople, saving you time and money for the holidays with upfront pricing right on our website.
Go right now to Blinds.com. Satisfaction guaranteed. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Deck your home this holiday season with Blinds.com. Save up to 45% on select styles, plus a free professional measure. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 Sports Hub. Easily needed group station.
Bruins with a 2-0 lead over Vancouver. First intermission. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. Most of the games around the league are final, including some from this afternoon. New Jersey with a 4-1 win over Chicago. The Kings with a 5-1 win today on the road over the New York Rangers. Minnesota Wild still going 4-1. They beat Philadelphia. Edmonton Oilers scored the first 5 goals in a 6-3 win at home today over Vegas. In overtime, the Ottawa Senators took a 3-2 victory over Pittsburgh. An overtime final, Anaheim gets a 4-3 victory this afternoon or early this evening in Columbus. Winnipeg with a 4-2 win over Montreal. A final in overtime, the Dallas Stars pull out a 2-1 victory over the St. Louis Blues. Some games still in progress. Colorado with a 2-0 lead over Nashville after 2. End of 1 in Calgary. The Flames leading the Florida Panthers 1-0. They're at the end of 1 in San Jose with the Sharks and Utah tied at 1. And at the first intermission, Tampa Bay leads Seattle 2-1. That's a look at the out-of-town scores. Bruins 2, Vancouver 0. Back with the second period coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. Whether it's a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, or powerful Ridgeline, turn your dream Honda into reality during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
You have year-end goals. Constant Contact has what it takes to help you meet them faster. Sell more, raise more, and build real relationships with your audience with Constant Contact's digital marketing tools. Put the go in all your 2024 goals with email, social, SMS, and customized marketing campaigns built for you in just a few clicks. Now through December 4th, get 40% off any Constant Contact marketing plan for 3 months. Ready, set, go to ConstantContact.com and get started today.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new.
Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Introducing Instagram teen accounts, a new way to keep your teens safer as they grow, like making sure they've got the right gear for riding.
Knee pads.
Check.
And helmet.
Done. See you, Dad. New Instagram teen accounts, automatic protections for who can contact your teen and the content they can see.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer-lasting scent.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Cane's is now open in Warwick at Bald Hill Road and West Natick.
I was running until I wasn't. My hospital stay would have cost nearly $48,000, even with insurance. But with VA, I'll pay zero. And VA is the best, most affordable healthcare in America for veterans like me. Knowing that my family is waiting at home and a surprise medical bill isn't, that's good for my heart. My service was then, my benefits are now. Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Deep here by Zacha. Pasternak out in front. Geekie scores. Morgan Geekie one-times it from right in front of the crease, and it's 2-0 Bruins. First intermission, it is the Bruins 2 and Vancouver 0. We're joined by one of the goal scorers, Morgan Geekie. Geek said we were talking on our broadcast a little bit about the pucks being tipped in front of the net. Is that a particular focus in getting to the front of the net tonight and trying to tip those pucks by Thatcher Demko?
Yeah, I think a little bit. We know there's a good goalie back there, so anytime you can get a little bit of traffic in front and get bodies and stuff to the net, it's important. So, it's something I think we kind of got away from these last couple games, so it's good to try and get back to it tonight.
Tell me a little bit about your goal from your perspective.
Yeah, we had a good, we spun around in their end for a little bit. Pat made a great play on the wall, got it down to Dave, and, made a superstar play to the front of the net, so put it right in my stick, and just try to put it by the goalie. What do you feel like the biggest key is against this Vancouver team? They're big, they're fast, they got a lot of skill up front, so just try to play down low, play to our strengths. We got a big, strong group, so just try to, play a solid 200-foot game and play down low as much as we can. Thanks so much for the time. Good luck in the second. Yeah, thank you. Morgan Geekie being brought to us by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Geekie's goal, the second of that period, from Pasternak and Zacha at 8:08. The first one was a power play goal, Marchand from Lindholm and Pasternak. So Paster's got a pair of assists so far tonight. Gives him 8 points in his last 7 games. And the Bruins with a 2-0 lead as we get ready to start the second period.
Yeah, overall good period for the Bruins. Now it's about not only building on it, but continuing it. They played like they can. They played well. They played fast. They defended well. You got to expect a bit of a push here from Vancouver, but in terms of playing with confidence, that was one of the better periods I've seen all season long for the Bruins.
Garland will get it deep here for Vancouver. Bruins going from right to left offensively here in the second period, but it'll be kept in by Hughes. Here's Myers down the right wing circle. He lost it. Marchand will send it out of the zone, and it's a foot race up ice. Pasternak and Hughes, and sliding out to play it was the goaltender Demko, all the way outside the top of the face-off circle. Osterley will send it back into the Vancouver zone.
I was surprised that Demko came out there. That was Hughes. He had Pasternak angled coming back, but once you commit, you got to go, right? You can't start to go and then go back. So there was a little collision there with Pasternak and Demko, but it wasn't anything. Like Hughes Pasternak's going to get to the puck first, but Hughes he's not going to allow Pasternak to get to the net. He's angling perfectly. He's even with him. He's just not near him.
Right.
So he's not going to let him get to the front.
Yeah, Pasternak was headed up the right side of the ice, and Hughes was kind of in the middle of the ice.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Here's Pasternak springing Zacha for a breakaway score! Pavel Zacha able to slide it under Thatcher Demko, and it's 3-0 Bruins early in the second.
Well, good pass here, but the Canucks give up the middle of the ice, right? You've got aggressive in the neutral zone, Vancouver is. This puck gets chipped up to Geekie. Friedman steps up. You've got Soucy that comes all the way across. And that's going to leave the middle of the ice wide open. And this backhand pass by Pasternak gets onto the stick of Pavel Zacha. And Zacha is going to come down on his forehand, go to his backhand, come back to the forehand, even under some pressure with Jake DeBrusk on the back check. And it looked like it slipped at 5-hole there on Demko.
So Zacha with a 2-point night so far. His 8th of the year. Pasternak's 3rd assist. As the puck comes behind the Vancouver net down to our left, Soucy will backhand it up the wall. Sherwood hemmed in by Lohrei. Now will send it out, and a rolling puck will go down on Swayman, so he plays it aside for Peak. Lohrei fires one to center ice. Kastelik will toss it on into the Vancouver zone. Soucy around the far side. Suter will help it out to the blue line. Kastelik gets over to hold up Joshua. Now Joshua's got the puck back on his stick and lifts it in around behind Swayman. Peak shot it out of the Boston zone. McLaughlin says he said he got a piece of it. The linesman didn't agree. It's going to be an icing here against the Bruins.
I walked out of the building this morning after the morning skate with David Pasternak. He was telling me that, we were talking about what'd you do last night, blah, blah, blah. And go on. And we talked about Edmonton for a minute. He said, you got to go to the Czech restaurant in Edmonton. There's a Czech restaurant in Edmonton. You got to go to it. So.
Any idea what the Czech specialty is?
Well, no, but I might have to find out.
Can't say
work for him.
I've tried a lot of international foods. I can't say I've ever had any Czech food that I'm aware of.
I don't know even what's on the menu, but
right.
I'll give it a shot.
I've had a few of their cocktails over the years.
They have specialty cocktails?
Not cocktails, beers.
Oh.
I'm sure they have cocktails. I have not sampled, but.
Well, I got an opportunity to go to Prague when the team was over there in 2010, the year that they won the cup. Actually, they played. At the time, it was Phoenix. They won the 2 games over there, but so I did get a chance to sample some.
Here in the neutral ice is Besser, sending one into the far corner of the Bruins zone. Carlo gets there first, off the boards to McLaughlin. Out into neutral ice. Koepke able to get body position and keep it moving forward.
They've been first on a lot of pucks here.
Osterley along the near boards. Couldn't keep it alive. It'll come ahead for Miller. Miller sends a pass across to Hughes. Backhands it toward the slot for Miller. Knocked away by a back-checking Koepke. Got a penalty coming against the Bruins, however.
Probably a slashing call.
Here's Hughes moving it along the blue line with a shot through traffic, just wide. Touched by Carlo, and there's the whistle for the penalty. And Vancouver's power play will get their first chance on the night.
Yeah, if there was anybody else but Hughes, you might be criticizing the fact that he didn't shoot, but it's Hughes. So you're going to give him a lot of latitude to make plays when they're there to make. He tried to get that puck back to Miller. I don't know where I mean, it's not much of a trip here by Beecher, but they're going to call him.
And Miller went down, and as that puck came through the slot,
looked like he was just spinning, and he made contact with him. I mean, the return pass from Hughes goes intended for Miller, and they're going to say that Beecher
their skates clipped.
But he,
they're both turning for the puck, and their skates clipped together.
I guess, but.
Here's Zadorov coming ahead here short-handed, going to go right toward the slot before Hughes able to angle the puck off into the corner.
He can skate when he wants to, right? Zadorov?
Big guy can get moving.
For him, it's just about decision-making without the puck most of the time.
Pettersson fires one just inside the Boston zone toward Besser, but Zacha forced that out. Minute 25 to go in the Beecher penalty. Here's Pettersson going to carry into the Boston zone this time. He'll wrap it around the far side to the near side. Bounced away off the stick of Zadorov. DeBrusque trying to push it back to the point. Picked off. Here's Marchand moving up ice. He's got Coyle down the middle. Marchand left circle shot. Save mate, got his own rebound, and Demko made a terrific stop. Now Hughes trying to lead the Canucks back, has to circle back away from Marchand at center ice.
Yeah, Marchand had Coyle going down the right side. Loved his decision to take that shot there, and then he got his own rebound on the backhand.
Miller along the near boards, getting set up on the power play. 44 seconds left for the Canucks here. On the far side circle. Pass comes across for Miller. Gave it to Brandstrom. Now back to Miller on the right side. Miller goes up top. Brandstrom over to the far side. Right back to Brandstrom in a drive. And that one off Sherwood, I believe, in front. Puck kicked out of the zone. And now Marchand coming ahead here shorthanded once again. Stops along the near circle. Gives to McAvoy. Over to the far side to Frederick. Back in front. Demko able to get on top of it as Frederick was right there.
Yeah, Frederick tried to give the puck back that time to McAvoy on the give and go. And McAvoy, when that puck finally got to McAvoy, to Frederick, he had to knock it down with his hand there. So a little bit of a tricky pass trying to come back to him. Marchand had the best two opportunities there. I don't know if Hughes got a piece of the second one or not, but McAvoy over to Frederick. Frederick had to knock it down with his hand, tried to return the pass for McAvoy as they were in tight, and Demko stayed with it. He had to make a couple good saves on that sequence. A couple on Marchand, and then there.
13 seconds left on the Beecher penalty, but it's been the Bruins that have had the better of the opportunities here shorthanded. Wilson goes behind his own net with a puck. Beecher standing and ready to come out of the box as we approach 5 minutes gone here in the second period. Beecher's got the puck now in across the line. Puck came into the middle for Frederick, but chopped away from him by Soucy, and the Canucks head back the other way. Played down the boards by Heinen. Shot around the near wall by Osterley, and out of the zone it comes to Frederick, who's bumped by Heinen along the near side of the Boston blue line. Canucks trying to get it back across the line, but Bluger couldn't. Lohrei took away, sent it up ice, but couldn't connect with Pasternak as it was redirected. Myers ahead to Heinen. Off to the left side, and a drive by Garland. Swayman puts the blocker on. Back of the net. Garland had it knocked off his stick by Lohrei. Lobbed out into neutral ice. Pasternak giving chase. Lohrei will get it near the red line, but send it ahead. Pasternak would have been offside, had to let it go. And Hughes circling back behind his own net away from Marchand. With speed through neutral ice. Down the left wing side he comes. All the way in behind the Bruins net. And a centering pass. And Höglander right on the doorstep had it taken away by Swayman.
Yeah, it's Hughes is just fun to watch, right? I mean, he gets that puck behind his net. He gets the Bruins chasing him there. He gets his feet moving, gets going north, comes up the left wing side. Bruins give him a little bit too much space through the neutral zone. Easier said than done to take time and space away from him, but he's going to come in that left wing side, put a little 10-2 on with the skates, and make this quick pass before he goes around the net, looking for Höglander in front. It's a good opportunity, the best chance for the Canucks so far in this game. It's all off the stick of Hughes.
As you said, you give him too much space, but you have to respect him as he comes forward here.
Yeah, but that's why
it's a fine line.
You don't chase him behind the net.
Right.
If he's going to get the net, you want to be angling him from the front of the net. You don't chase him behind. He wants you to, because he's going to beat you every time.
Here's Coyle moving it in front for Kastelik. One times it on Demko, sliding to the top of his crease to make the save and hangs on. We've got 13:48 to go in the second period, and it's the Bruins with a 3-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business.
South Shore Select and the South Shore Sports Center have been staples within the sports community for over 50 years. Sports are a huge part of our family, and we are proud of the positive culture and community we have all built together. South Shore Bank provided us the financing to purchase the place we call home. We love our relationship with South Shore Bank. Our values are aligned. We believe in our people, and we hope to create lasting relationships within our community that transcend beyond a field or bank.
South Shore Bank, sharing success. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Bruins leading 3-0, 13:48 to go, second period. The goal at 1:12 of this second period. Pavel Zacha from David Pastrnak and Jordan Osterley for Pasta. That's 3 assists tonight, giving him 400 for his career. Face off in the offensive zone. Controlled here by the Canucks, lobbed out to neutral ice. McAvoy got a glove on it, but it'll be Höglander to play it deep into Boston territory. McAvoy's pass tipped down to the zone by Zacha, dumped back in by Friedman. Will wrap around behind Swayman. McAvoy's got it in the far corner with a little bit of space. He'll angle it off the boards for Geekie. Out to neutral ice, but thrown right back in here. And Zadorov will spin it around the far boards. Inching in from the far side point with Soucy. Höglander now in the left wing corner. Harassed by Zacha. Zadorov comes back to get a piece of the puck as well. It'll come around the near wall out to the blue line, and it's Friedman. Put it back in toward the corner. Zacha able to win a battle in the near corner around the far boards, and the puck squirted away from Soucy, but Suter gets over there and drives it back in deep. It'll come all the way around near side, and Geekie's got some space as the Canucks were changing. Skating up the left wing side from the near circle. Try to drop it back toward the blue line, but Osterley hadn't gotten there yet. From the neutral zone, he dumps it in around Demko, and the Canucks will go from there. Brandstrom of the pass, tipped ahead by DeBrusk. We get a whistle, and that one will be an icing here against Vancouver.
Between the Pipes, sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Vancouver Canucks, he's been busy. It's Thatcher Demko, and for the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman.
Thatcher Demko, a Vezina finalist last year. Took Boston College to 2 Frozen Fours back in his collegiate days. As Marchand tried to set up Brazo for a one-timer, it was tipped and out of the zone.
Face-off play.
Osterley angled it off the boards. Here's Marchand through neutral ice. Taking it off toward the right wing side against Brandstrom. Try to deal it back for Carlo coming in late, but knocked away from him, and now a race up ice. Osterley able to deny Sherwood. Puck will come to Carlo, and he sends it across for Osterley near side. Pass in the direction of Marchand was disrupted by Sherwood, but got to him. Gets deep into the Vancouver zone. Bruins go for some changes here with 11:52 to go in the second. Myers will play a long pass up the right side. Tipped deep here by Besser. Lohrei with body position as they go in behind the net. Kicked it toward the far corner, but taken away there and sent out in front. Only to find Cole Koepke. He'll play it out into the neutral zone. Laughlin. Peak, and from 90 feet away, drives one in on Demko, knocked it down, played back in toward the near side. Miller gets it out for Vancouver. Garland from just inside the red line sends it all the way in. Peak in the far corner, takes a hit, moved the puck behind the net. Lohrei spins off a hit from the near side circle. Besser puts pressure on him, but the Bruins will clear it out. Koepke coming ahead with McLaughlin. Beecher joining the rush as well. Koepke takes it to the right wing circle. Backhand in front for Beecher.
Boy, Vancouver just backed off. That was 2-on-2 right there. Beecher was actually the third guy coming up. He was covered, but yeah, Koepke coming across the blue line, and Vancouver they backed off.
Hughes will pass one out into the neutral zone. Luger handed it off and dumped in deep by Juleson. Wrapped back in behind Swayman. It'll come to the near corner. Kastelik there. Sasson for the Canucks. Got it back to Friedman. Over to Soucy. Sent one across for Bluger in near circle.
That's a good setup.
One
Soucy from the left point into Bluger in the right wing circle.
Here's Bluger in front for a backhand, and Swayman makes the pad save. Kastelik will get it out along the near board.
Two of the better opportunities they've had. They've had 3 opportunities now in the last, 5 minutes? So trying to push. The Bruins had a good opportunity in there as well. Off the stick of Kastelik.
Zadorov chased behind the net by Danton Heinen. Zadorov going to bring it out into the neutral zone. Hand to McAvoy. Dumps it in. Boston will go for a change just past the midway point of this second period. They lead 3-0. Suter sends over to Höglander. And he wraps it in behind Swayman. Osterley will misplay on the near board. Chance in front. Höglander and Swayman at the top of his crease to make that save. No rebound. 9:43 to go in the second. 3-0. The Bruins have the lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Sheldon Lloyd, owner of City Fresh Foods, partnered with us.
At City Fresh Foods, we employ locally, we feed locally, and we purchase locally. And when we were searching for a local partner to finance our new building, we wanted a bank that worked as hard as we do. South Shore Bank built a funding package to meet our needs and a long-lasting business relationship. They're investing in us and our mission to supply healthier food to our community.
Sharing your success, growing your business. That's above and beyond banking. South Shore Bank, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Get even more savings this holiday season by becoming a Milo's Rewards member. Don't miss new member deals dropping every week, like $15 off a purchase of $50 or more on select Bounty, Charmin, and Puffs paper products. Plus, get free standard shipping with Silver Key status. Just one more way Lowe's is here to help you shop, save, and enjoy the holidays. Join for free today. Milo's Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change. Exclusions and more terms apply. Visit Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details.
The Celtics play here, the Sports Hub.
And the Bruins will be back on home ice after this 5-game road trip a week from tonight, next Saturday, as they take on the Sabres at 7 p.m. Select tickets still available to purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat to all the action. Bruins with a 3-0 lead just past the midway point of this one here in Vancouver.
Buffalo has lost, what did we say,
9 straight?
9 in a row now for Buffalo Sabres. Right in the middle of all that was comments by their general manager, Kevin Adams.
No palm trees in
lots of
Buffalo. Not a destination for free agents around the league.
Well, you wouldn't think Edmonton is either, but yeah, they are.
Neither is Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, Edmonton.
Juleson from the blue line with a shot, turned away by Swayman.
He caught a lot of heat for that. I know there was more to the press conference than that, but those are the words that everybody's remembering.
Backhanded ahead here by Pasternak, but Hughes has it back for Vancouver. If it's out of his own zone, sends it across to Besser, and deep it comes.
You got to win.
Boy, there's a giveaway. Miller in front for Garland, a one-timer. Swayman comes up with a big save.
Osterley fanned on that.
Friedman with the drive, and that one blocked in front by Osterley. Garland out from behind the net to Soucy off the left point. Pass into the corner, taken away by Carlo. He feeds Brazo coming out of the zone.
Guilt is a pretty good motivator. If you're going to turn the puck over, you better block the next shot.
Deep into the Vancouver end, but Canucks will come out. Now turning back a little bit deeper in his end was Besser. Friedman played it to the Boston blue line, but Lohrei found Lindholm. Here's Marchand ahead. Marchand with a shot Glove by Demko. Hangs on to it. 8:19 to go, second period. Bruins up 3.
Yeah, Bruins trying to kind of find it again. I know it's weird to say, right? They're up 3-0, but Vancouver's had a couple good looks here in the last few minutes. And that turnover right there for Garland in the slot. The pass went to Garland in the slot from JT Miller. That's a good opportunity. The one-timer. They've had a couple good looks. Höglander had a good look. Quinn Hughes set up a play in front. So there's been some chances here that Jeremy Swayman's had to be sharp on.
As you said, this is a talented team. You expect to push back here in the second period. They were down 2-0 after one. Get down 3-0 early in the period.
Oh, that goal early in this period is a big one for Boston.
Here's McLaughlin with a shot. Scores! That one dipped on Demko. Looked like it might have been redirected in some way, shape, or form. It's 4-0 Bruins.
A harmless shot. It had to deflect off a Canucks player. That's a turnover by Vancouver. And McLaughlin's going to get credit for this goal, but I think it goes off a Canuck. So, yeah.
Went off 2. He might have got
1 for sure, right? I think that was Brandstrom that it went off of. Brandstrom's trying to cover in front. The turnover by Vancouver. That was Bluger who turns the puck over, stripped of the puck, and McLaughlin just turns around and wrists it at the net. And it goes off of Brandstrom and changes direction.
The first NHL goal of the season for McLaughlin, who was on a hot streak when he got called up in Providence. And the Bruins up 4 now. 7:48 to go here in the second. Puck behind the Boston net. Bluger coming toward the near corner with it. Sends it back to Juleson. Now into the middle for Hughes. Long shot blocked by Kastelik in the slot. And puck will be cleared ahead by Coyle. Kastelik racing Juleson, but Juleson will get there first for an icing.
It's a good block, though, right? You know, you get... There's commitment here today. You know, more so, I think, than the beginning of this road trip. And I'm sure that that's part of what was talked about. Being committed to the details. And if it's blocking a shot or if it's getting a puck out of the zone, and it's just been so much more on display here today so far.
McAvoy in the near corner. Sherwood took away. He'll play it off the far boards for Hughes, working it along the blue line. Hughes going to carry it down the right wing circle. Backhander off of Swayman out in front. Pettersson, a turnaround shot, was blocked. And a diving effort by Frederick gets it out of the zone. 7:06 to go here in the second. Here's DeBrusk down the left wing side. Throws one toward the net. Kicked away by Swayman. Got the rebound as well. Swayman has lost his stick as the puck sent over toward the far side of the blue line. Friedman a drive. And Swayman gathers his stick back in as DeBrusk has it along the near boards, pressured by Frederick. Zaka shot it across ice. Hughes will keep it in. Hughes passed along to Pettersson at the hash marks far side. In behind the net it comes for DeBrusk.
A tired group out there right now for the Bruins.
Pettersson back to Hughes, rolled over his stick and out of the zone. And now Pasternak fighting his way around Hughes to try to get to the loose puck. Friedman blew a tire. Along the near side, Pasternak and Friedman battling for possession.
That allows everybody to get off the ice. Friedman losing his balance there.
Here's Pasternak along the left wing circle. Brings it back to the blue line. Sends it across toward Lohrei at the right point. Back to Pasternak, center of the blue line. Throws it down into the right wing corner, and Hughes is there for Vancouver. 6:05 to go here in the second. Long pass ahead. And the shot up and off the glass from Suter. Lindholm will lob it back out into the neutral zone. Brazo tapped it around Soucy. Myers is back for the Canucks and plays it back behind his net. Soucy will take it toward the far side. Long pass ahead, picked off by Marchand, and he dumps it deep. Brazo will get to it first in the left wing corner. Goes behind the net against Myers, gets shoved off of the puck. And the Canucks have it. Pius Suter behind his net with under 5.5 to go in the period. Pass towards Soucy. Gathers it in. Sends it ahead. Koepke got a stick on that. Carlo will volley it back toward the Vancouver zone. Beecher trying to split defense, kicking that puck forward, but couldn't get it onto his stick. Now he's got it back in the neutral zone. Osterley and Carlo back inside the Boston end. Koepke tips a pass forward. Beecher trying to get position, getting after that puck. Now McLaughlin comes into the forecheck as well as they tie it up behind the Vancouver net. Crowd getting anxious as McLaughlin and Beecher keep that puck tied up behind the Vancouver net. Now the Canucks will clear, but can't move cleanly through neutral ice. Osterley's got it. Carlo from his own blue line. Skates to the red, dumps it in. Around the near boards, Myers will tap it back. Randstrom taking it toward the far side, lifts it out of the zone, but right over to Lohrei. In Peak, go D to D. Lohrei on the near side, back to Peak, coming through neutral ice. Dumped in from the red line. Demko couldn't stop it behind the net. Coyle's got it on the near side. Behind it comes to Frederick. He'll wheel it back toward the near side circle, all the way back to the blue line. Ran out of room. Heinen able to knock it away from him, but Frederick able to keep it in now. He's got Kastelic on the left wing circle. Backhander across is blocked by Myers and goes out of play over the glass far side. 3:55 to go, second period. It's the Bruins 4 and the Canucks nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business.
South Shore Select and the South Shore Sports Center have been staples within the sports community for over 50 years. Sports are a huge part of our family, and we are proud of the positive culture and community we have all built together. South Shore Bank provided us the financing to purchase the place we call home. We love our relationship with South Shore Bank. Our values are aligned. We believe in our people, and we hope to create lasting relationships within our community that transcend beyond a field or bank.
South Shore Bank, sharing success. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
3:55 left here in the second period. Bruins out to a 4-0 lead in Vancouver. Mark McLaughlin unassisted at 11:49, the most recent of the goals. We talked the other night in Seattle about the comments made after the Winnipeg game by Brad Marchand, who said, that 8-1 loss, he said they felt it coming, that things hadn't been good enough in practice. Guys needed a little bit of a wake-up call, perhaps. Been a much different look tonight, a game later.
Yeah, they weren't terrible against Seattle. It just...
There's Peak with a drive. That's tipped and out of play off of Sherwood.
It wasn't the result was obviously looked uglier than I think the game was. But they weren't good enough. I mean, they get themselves down 2-0 in the first 5 minutes. Now you're chasing it, and they got to within one going into the third period. A couple goals in the third, kind of changed the outlook of that game. But they were much better in that game than certainly Winnipeg.
There's Lohrei giving to Pasternak.
I know it was 3-1 going into the third against Winnipeg, but
that was a pretty close game at that point.
It was and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think Winnipeg was ever in any trouble in that, even when it was 3-1.
Puck out of play again in the defensive zone here for Vancouver.
I mean, you look at some of the goals that were scored, turnovers in your own end. They weren't sharp.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about early when the game was still in question. Not so much late. Swayman let in a couple late where he admitted that he had kind of checked out at that point. He didn't say those exact words.
Right. Well, I mean, at some point, it felt like the whole team had checked out at that point. Puck volleyed through neutral ice here. It's going to go wide of Swayman, so the Canucks whistled for an icing now with 3:03 to go in the second.
It's a better look. Vancouver's had some good opportunities here in the second. Swayman's been excellent.
Yep.
They've had some good looks in the second. He didn't have much to do in the first, but they've had some good looks in the second period. So, and like we talked about, you expected a push by the Canucks. They've had it. The Bruins done a good job. They've gotten a couple bounces, but they've done a good job. And then the goaltender's been good in Swayman.
11 of the 15 shots the Canucks have so far have come here in the second period. As the puck comes around behind Swayman. To the near side, Brazeau taps it ahead for Marchand. He in turn taps it in the direction of McAvoy, trying to get it back to Marchand coming down the left side. That was broken up. McAvoy, though, gets it to Brazeau. Pass back to McAvoy, jumps away, and the Canucks clear it. McAvoy coming back through the neutral ice, able to knock it out of midair. Pass in the direction of Elias Lindholm. Couldn't get it into the zone. Myers instead will play it into the Boston end. Garland chasing McAvoy into the near corner. McAvoy got it to Zadorov. He'll play it up the boards. Lindholm reaching for it. Sasson got it instead. And back towards Zadorov, who angles it behind the net to McAvoy. 2:10 to go here in the second. 4-0. Bruins leading on the road. Brought back in by Heinen. Trying to cut toward the middle. Coyle and Zadorov got in the way, and then a shot hits the outside of the net. Swayman might have gotten a piece of it as it goes up and out of play.
Yeah, it's hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Bruins will continue this road trip. Going to Calgary Tuesday night, take on the Flames.
Oh, they took a beating last 2 nights ago, huh?
Susie with a drive blocked by Frederick and a race up ice. Frederick will get to the puck first in the Vancouver zone, but Susie recovers, able to knock it away from him. Tapped up the boards by Bluger and forced out of the zone. Carlo couldn't find it in his skates. Heinen chasing Osterley back into the Boston zone. On the near boards, it is backhanded deep by Geekie as he and Sherwood went hard to the wall in front of the penalty boxes. 90 seconds to play here in the second period. Puck will come back deep into Boston territory. Carlo and Osterley both go back to try to get it. Pedersen along the far boards kept it alive, but his pass back toward the blue line missed everyone.
Yeah, talking about that game. Tampa put up 8 against God. Tampa's the highest scoring team in the league per game. I mean, because they played so many less games than Florida and Winnipeg, but they're right there in terms of goal scoring.
Hughes coming through the Boston zone to the right wing circle. Osterley forced the shot wide of the net.
See, that was better, right? You force Hughes to his backhand out high. He makes a good move, and he's going to try to penetrate into the right wing circle, but he's on his backhand. So he kind of gets by the first layer, but he's on his backhand. Now he gets to the next layer, which is Osterley, and he can contest the shot. You know, we talked earlier in the period, they chased him behind the net, which is just, you don't chase him behind the net because now you're one guy short because he's just going to beat that guy.
Right, and on that play, he just went end to end, right?
Yeah, well, that earlier in the period, yeah. That was all generated from the offensive blue line, and that's a layer here. The first layer, then the second layer, and then Osterley. Earlier in the period, he went behind the net, his own net, came up the ice on the left wing side, uncontested. So with guys like that, they're going to get another guy like that on the end of this road trip, and we got an ice issue here. You know, when you face McDavid, you game plan for how to face guys like that, whether it's McKinnon or McDavid, who love to get the speed going from their own zone up the ice, and how you want to angle him a certain direction. He's probably going to beat the first guy, but he's going to run into the second guy. You want to take the time and space away from him so that by the time he gets to the defenseman, he's not flying. He's had to slow down. He's had to alter his route, you know, and now the defenseman can kind of time that. But if you're a defenseman and he's flying at you, I mean, that's You know?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah. So they're working on a hole in the ice in the far face-off circle to the right of Jeremy Swayman. The ice crew out there to make a quick repair.
We haven't seen Tampa yet, have we? Yeah, we have not. 107 goals for Tampa. Florida's got 108, but they played 3 more games. Winnipeg has 113, but they played 4 more games. So Tampa putting up some numbers.
Miller wins the face-off to resume things, and a shot by Soucy is gloved by Swayman. 47.6 seconds left in this second period, with the Bruins up 4.
I'll take that shot if I'm the Bruins.
Yep. Not a shot with purpose.
Well, I mean, just sometimes you don't have a choice, but it's just easy glove save or routine glove save there for Swayman.
Peak will bring it out of the zone, send it ahead. Hughes going to throw it back toward the Boston end, but right to Peak. Off the near boards. Lindholm taps one ahead, trying to bring Marchand into the attack zone, but Hughes right there.
It wasn't a criticism of Vancouver. It was more of a compliment to the Bruins. That make sure that Swayman sees the shot from the outside.
Puck dumped into the near corner, or the far corner of the Bruins zone. We get a whistle and an offside. Now we got a dust up here just inside the blue line. Marchand's helmet just got ripped off as everybody's gathered in here. Marchand and Hughes are nose to nose. Hughes has got a bubble on.
Yeah, that's more of a. Those two aren't going to go. Hughes had nothing to do with it. He came in late. It started with somebody else. I didn't see exactly how it started. Marchand's been. He stayed out of a lot of this stuff this year. But it was JT Miller. And I'm sure JT Miller's not taking this 4-0 deficit very well. He's not a happy guy. Was Marchand and Hughes to start? I take that back. And Miller came in.
2 minutes for roughing.
Marchand got the helmet ripped off. He tried to throw a punch. I didn't see why Hughes and Marchand. So Hughes ripped this puck like high, almost like towards Marchand's head as he was icing it. Or I don't know if he was throwing it down there trying to get somebody that was flying down the wing or not, but Marchand took exception because he ripped it high. And then Miller came over, grabbed Marchand, the helmet got ripped off. Marchand's giving it to Hughes and said, what are you doing? You got a bubble on and you're going to rip this shot high at my head? Like, where's he going with it?
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to, I guess he's trying to get Miller to get in there behind the defense.
Miller was going for a line change.
So, unsportsmanlike conduct against Marchand, and then roughing for Miller. 10 seconds to go in the period as Hughes inside the Boston zone pivots away from Pasternak, sends it in front, knocked away by Zadorov, and Pasternak with the puck will eat it to end the period. A little feistiness in the final minute of the period, but the Bruins will go to the locker room after 40 minutes with a 4-0 lead here in this one. Back with a recap of the first 2 periods coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Sheldon Lloyd, owner of City Fresh Foods, partnered with us.
At City Fresh Foods, we employ locally, we feed locally, and we purchase locally. And when we were searching for a local partner to finance our new building, we wanted a bank that worked as hard as we do. South Shore Bank built a funding package to meet our needs and a long-lasting business relationship. They're investing in us and our mission to supply healthier food to our community.
Sharing your success, growing your business. That's above and beyond banking. South Shore Bank, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
The holidays are just around the corner, so now's the time to shop new deals at Lowe's. Make your home even merrier with up to 50% off select holiday decor clearance. Plus, don't miss our limited time weekly deal drops on items like appliances, tools, grills, and more. There's something for everyone on your list. Count on Lowe's to help you save all season long, because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 12/12 through 12/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Introducing Instagram teen accounts, a new way to keep your teens safer as they grow, like making sure they've got the right gear for riding.
Knee pads.
Check.
And helmet?
Done. See you, Dad.
New Instagram teen accounts, automatic protections for who can contact your teen and the content they can see.
You have year-end goals. Constant Contact has what it takes to help you meet them faster. Sell more, raise more, and build real relationships with your audience with Constant Contact's digital marketing tools. Put the go in all your 2024 goals with email, social, SMS, and customized marketing campaigns built for you in just a few clicks. Now through December 4th, get 40% off any Constant Contact marketing plan for 3 months. Ready, set, go to ConstantContact.com and get started today.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. Free design consultation. Plus free samples and free shipping.
Ho, ho, ho! Blinds.com invented a better way to buy custom high-quality window treatments with no showroom mock-ups or waiting around for quotes from pushy salespeople, saving you time and money for the holidays with upfront pricing right on our website.
Go right now to Blinds.com. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Satisfaction guaranteed. Deck your home this holiday season with Blinds.com. Save up to 45% on select styles, plus a free professional measure. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Here's Pasternak springing Zacha for a breakaway score! Pavel Zacha able to slide it under Thatcher Demko, and it's 3-0 Bruins early in the second. Second intermission here in Vancouver, and it's 4-0 Bruins. Mark McLaughlin adding a goal about 10 minutes after that one you just heard to increase the lead after 40 minutes. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Bruins, dropped the first two of this road trip, but it's been a heck of an effort through 40 minutes so far tonight. What do you like most about what they've done?
Well, I love the way they started. First of all, didn't put themselves in the box. You made Vancouver pay early with a power play. I thought that they were on their game early. I thought they were skating well. They moved the puck up the ice. They were forechecking extremely well. They didn't give Vancouver anything in the first period. And that's the start that they were looking for. There were a couple shots that were tipped in front of the net. We had opportunities. Defensemen continuing to get shots through. But I like the way they started the game. So you get up 2-0. Now you got to keep it going, right? You get into the second period. You get an early goal by Pavel Zacha. Bad breakdown in the neutral zone by Vancouver. They give up the open pass from Pasternak. 3 points on the night for Pasternak and 3 assists. Getting that puck to Zacha. And Zacha doesn't make any mistake going in. He goes forehand, backhand, and forehand, and he's able to beat Demko 5-0. McLaughlin's goal was a bit of a good break, but it started with the Bruins creating a turnover. They strip the puck from Bluger inside the Canucks zone, throw the puck towards the net, get a good bounce because it goes off of the body of Brandstrom and in between the legs of Demko. Now, Vancouver had the push that we were expecting. They had some good opportunities. There were some real good chances, probably 3, 4, maybe 5. We'll go 4 good opportunities in that second period by Vancouver, where Swayman had to come up with really good saves on. So You expected that push, but the Bruins, Swayman did his job in the second. It wasn't as sharp as the first for Boston, but good enough because you got the goaltending when you needed it. So now finish this thing off the right way. You've had 2 bad third periods in a row, one against Winnipeg, one against Seattle. Finish it the right way. Stay out of the box. You had a little dust up towards the end of the period. Marchand took exception to Hughes, maybe throwing that puck a little high, kind of towards his head. It looked like Hughes was trying to send it all the way down the ice, right? Maybe get JT Miller skating into it, go off the back wall, whatever. But Marchand took exception to it, and that's what started it. And JT Miller jumped right in there, of course, quickly to grab Marchand. So offsetting penalties there. They both go to the box, but stay out of the box. Don't give Vancouver anything here in the third. Don't give them life. Don't give them an opportunity on the power play unless you have to take a penalty. Just don't take a lazy penalty,
right?
And you know, or an undisciplined penalty.
Going back to the beginning of our pregame show tonight, we heard Joe Sacco talk about the starts to the games and, you know, on this road trip so far tonight. You know, a lot of attention obviously paid to the way that those games finished in the third period. Not good, but the way that both of those games had started was not good, and they got a much better start tonight right out of the gate.
You took a penalty in the first shift against Winnipeg. You took a double minor in the first shift against Seattle, and Seattle scored. You're chasing the game, and tonight they haven't had to do that, right? They've made Vancouver chase the game. You know, it's important for the Bruins to, they've had the good start, so, you know, check that box. They've done a lot of good things so far through 40 minutes, but don't give Hughes, make Hughes work for his ice here in this third period. You know, the first guy doesn't have to stop him, but he's got to force him in a certain direction. And then the second layer has to be there for him, and the third layer has to be there for him. He's going to try to, you know, he'll try to take over this game here in this third period because he can. He's so good. He's so gifted. He can skate extremely well. He's going to be involved in every play, and he's going to be out there almost every other shift. Unless this goes to a 5-0 game or 6-0 game, then you know, they'll just put him on the bench. But you know, if they get one early, all of a sudden there's a little bit of life. You know, now you give guys like that the green light to really get going here in this one, and that's something that they want to, you know, really guard against.
Well, you said it during
I'm not saying that to have the prevent defense. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that for guys like that, you have to make them come through certain layers coming up the ice, and they have to fight their way 200 feet as opposed to uncontested 200 feet.
You said it during that second period. He is fun to watch.
He is fun to watch.
He is a fun player to watch. It's the Bruins with a 4-0 lead over Vancouver at the end of 2. The goal scorers, Brad Marchand, Morgan Geekie, Pavel Zacha, Mark McLaughlin. David Pasternak's got 3 assists tonight, 400 for his career. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Lincoln Park from Zero World Tour 2025 live in Boston. Due to demand, a second show added on July 31st at TD Garden. Get your tickets now at livenation.com. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Andy Everly, CEO of Environmental Pools, partnered with us.
Environmental Pools has been helping clients build the custom pool of their dreams for more than 30 years. When it was time to build our new facility for our business, we turned to our local partner at South Shore Bank. They built a custom funding package that will help us continue to grow all across New England.
South Shore Bank, sharing success. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. Whether it's a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, or powerful Ridgeline, turn your dream Honda into reality during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Second intermission here at Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Bruins leading the Vancouver Canucks by the score of 4-0. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Finals from earlier today, the Devils over the Blackhawks 4-1. It was the Kings beating the Rangers 5-1. Minnesota 4-1 winners over the Philadelphia Flyers. Edmonton 6 and Vegas 3. Ottawa in overtime on a goal by Brady Tkachuk. They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-2. Detroit takes down Toronto 4-2. Washington 4-2 winners over the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo's now lost 9 in a row. In overtime, Anaheim 4-3 winners over Columbus. It was Winnipeg taking down Montreal 4-2. Also in overtime, the Dallas Stars 2-1 winners over the St. Louis Blues. And it was Colorado 5-2 winners over the Nashville Predators. At the end of two periods, Calgary has a 2-0 lead over Florida. And it's 2-2 now, Utah and San Jose. That game is at the end of two periods. Also at the end of two, Tampa Bay has a 2-1 lead over the Seattle Kraken. Here in Vancouver, Bruins holding a 4-0 lead over the Vancouver Canucks. We'll have all the third period action next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The holidays are coming fast, which means time is even more of a luxury. That's why Dime Beauty needs to be your one-stop destination for clean, master esthetician-founded skincare that really works. From rejuvenating eye serums and clean retinol alternatives to indulging body oils and non-toxic perfumes, Dime has it all. And for a limited time, Dime is offering 25% off site-wide when you use code HOLIDAY25. Looking to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles? Try their best-selling TBT cream, a clean, gentle retinol alternative that has all of the anti-aging benefits of retinol without the harshness. Or in search of a new winter perfume, try Dime's non-toxic woodsy fragrance Don LeBois. Dime has over 2 million happy customers and thousands of amazing 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Go to dimebeautyco.com for 25% off site-wide with code HOLIDAY25. That's dimebeautyco.com for 25% off with code HOLIDAY25. Happy shopping and happy holidays from Dime.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats to your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Happy Monday.
For real?
Yeah, my Mondays feel a lot better since I found an amazing therapist.
Ugh, jealous. I really need to find a good therapist, but I don't know where to start.
Find and book the right therapist for you on ZocDoc. Look, the patient reviews say that Dr. Taylor is super compassionate, she's in network, and available tomorrow.
What would I do without you?
Probably look for a new job.
You've got more options than you know. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
Have you made the switch to Knix? Millions of women have made the switch to the revolutionary period underwear from Knix. That's Knix. Period panties from Knix are like no other, making them the #1 leak-proof underwear brand in North America. They're comfy, stylish, and absorbent, perfect for period protection from your lightest to your heaviest days. They look, feel, and machine wash just like regular underwear, but feature incognito protection that has you covered. You can shop sizes from extra small to 4XL. Choose from all kinds of colors, prints, and different styles, from bikinis to boy shorts, thongs to high-rise. You've got to try Knix. See why millions are ditching disposable, wasteful period products and have switched to Knix. Go to knix.com and get 15% off with promo code SHOP15. That's knix.com, promo code SHOP15 for 15% off life-changing period underwear. That's knix.com.
Introducing Instagram Teen Accounts, a new way to keep your teens safer as they grow, like making sure they've got the right gear for riding.
Knee pads.
Check.
And helmet.
Done. See you, Dad. New Instagram Teen Accounts, automatic protections for who can contact your teen and the content they can see.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Cane's is now open in Warwick at Bald Hill Road and West Natick.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, this is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95, Sports Hub, Beasley Media Group station. This is a black and gold flashback.
Orr the rebound. Across to McKenzie. Back to Orr. Shot. A great shot by Orr that never left the ice.
Our black and gold flashback tonight taking us back to December the 14th, 1968. Bobby Orr's first career hat trick. He also added 2 assists as the Bruins beat the Chicago Blackhawks 10-5 in that contest. Here in Vancouver tonight, the Bruins have a 4-0 lead at the end of 2 periods. As we run down the scoring so far, Brad Marchand, a power play goal at 5:12 of the first, set up by Elias Lindholm and David Pastrnak for Marchand's 13th of the year. That power play goal, by the way, moves Marchand into 8th place all-time for the Bruins in power play goals, his 81st of the year. He steps ahead of Ken Hodge. Rick Middleton is up next, but Marshy still has 21 to go before he gets to nifty. Morgan Geekie scored at even strength at 8:08 of the first, his 5th of the year from Pastrnak and Pavel Zacha. In the second period, Zacha would score his 8th of the season from Pastrnak and Geekie at 1:12. And then Mark McLaughlin's first in the NHL this season from Andrew Peeke at 11:49. They added that assist to Peeke a few minutes ago, so it's a 4-0 lead for the Bruins after 2. Shots on goal are 24-16 in favor of the Bruins, who had a 16-4 edge in the first period. It was 12-8 for Vancouver in the second. So as we start the third period, the teams will be 4 aside with Brad Marchand and JT Miller in their respective penalty boxes for another minute 39. Bruins will start out with Zacha and Pastrnak along with McAvoy and Zadorov as their 4-man unit here.
Yeah, I look at Pettersson taking the draw here for Vancouver, and you just kind of, he took some heat earlier in the year. There's a lot of stuff going on, right? And he got into it with a couple of teammates, and he said he was on social media too much, listening to all the criticism, and he's canceled all that. And he's got a point a game, more or less, but it's been a little quiet here today. Let's keep him that way.
Just haven't called his name a whole lot. Here's Pastrnak with a chance, scores! Just 26 seconds into the third period, Pastrnak wheeled behind the Vancouver net and stuffed it in along the far post. It's 5-0.
Yeah, Demko comes way out here. This is so nice play by McAvoy. Not only does he get into the zone coming down the right wing side, he's got speed. He's going to drop this puck for Pastrnak, and he's going to take the stick away perfectly of Friedman. He drops the puck, and then with his own stick, he takes the stick away of Friedman. You got 2 guys that go to McAvoy, and that allows Pastrnak to, because of the clean ice, right? Demko slides out of his crease. He loses his crease, gets too far over on the short side, and Pastrnak goes around on the forehand and stuffs this puck.
So a 4-point night for Pastrnak. That's just his 3rd goal in the last 14 games. But he has been lighting up the assist totals.
I love the, I mean, the goal's great. I love the awareness there by McAvoy. Right, you drop the puck, and then instead of just charging to that, you kind of hook the stick of, some people would say that's interference. You hook the stick of Friedman and take it away. That's not going to be called unless you knock the stick out of his hands.
A 5-goal lead here early in the third. Here's Hughes moving it through the Bruins zone, down the left wing circle. He'll hand off out of the corner comes Garland to the near circle. Shot blocked by Carlo, goes up into the air.
2 goals early in periods, right, that have helped the Bruins. They scored maybe not on the first shift, but early in the second.
Yeah, minute 12 into the second.
Scored on their first power play early in the game.
Pastrnak along the right wing circle, knocked off his stick. When Hughes will send it behind the Vancouver net. Luger starts it out of the zone through neutral ice, knocked off his stick and offside.
Peak right at the blue line there. Yeah, I didn't give Peak enough credit on the goal by McLaughlin. We, said it was a bit of a good break for the Bruins with McLaughlin's shot going off the body of Brandstrom, but it was Peak who caused the turnover. And that's standing up at the blue line right there, not giving it up.
They had initially called that an unassisted goal. They added the assist to Peak, so that's his first point in the last 8.
Well, he's not a guy I pay attention to points-wise.
No. Here's Koepke with a takeaway from Myers, and Koepke off with the races on a breakaway, a backhand, and Demko got the left pad on it. Now the Canucks come back the other way in a hurry, and stepping up at the blue line to force a turnover was Lorod.
Good stick. That's a good save by Demko. It's going to look like 5-0, but
here's McAvoy stepping in for a shot, and Demko a glove save.
Easy to just point the finger at the goaltender, but I'm not going there. He's had to make some big saves, especially in that first period. And that's another one there on Koepke coming in. Koepke tried to go forehand, backhand, and lift that puck up over the glove hand side. That's good speed by Koepke coming up the ice. Been a while for him.
It has been.
He started off so strong.
And 1 goal in the last 15, I think it is, for Koepke.
He's trying to make a play in front. The linesman's in his way.
Wrestling with Pettersson now. On the near boards, Brazo. It came back toward McAvoy at the blue line. Kicked off of Sherwood. DeBrusk will start the Canucks ahead, and from the red line sends it deep. Zadorov pivoted back toward the near corner. Up into the middle of the Bruins zone. Grabbed by Marchand, who starts it up the left side. Way deep. Demko stepped out behind the net. Kept it moving into the near corner for Soucy. 3 minutes into this third period. It's a 5-0 Bruins lead. And in Carlo will skate it ahead to the red line. Goes around Danton Heinen. Dumps it in behind Demko. Frederick in there on the forecheck. Knocked it away from Juleson behind the net. Kicked along by Coyle. Frederick on the hash mark's far side. Knocked away from him by Juleson. Brought through neutral ice by Bluger. Heinen just inside the Boston zone. And Osterley comes over, makes the defensive play to win that puck back. Carlo ends it up the boards, but picked off by Garland. His pass back toward Juleson leaves the zone. Quinn Hughes pivots away from Kastelik toward the near side for Bluger. Bluger stepping down the left wing boards. Drops it back to Hughes coming down the left circle. A shot blocked by Frederick. He's hurting a bit as Hughes carries it along the blue line. Now throws another one toward the net. That one tipped wide by Pete. Höglander skating toward the far corner. Wheels back to Myers from the center of the blue line. Shot angled wide of the net as Coyle stepped out on it.
He must have seen a stick down there looking for a tip, because that was way wide. He's right in the middle of the ice, so he must have been looking for a tip down there, but it went off the wall and all the way back out of the zone.
Joshua throwing one toward the middle. Höglander run away from it. Pastrnak will bring back the other way. Overshot Geekie on a pass, and that'll be an icing against the Bruins.
Yeah, it's for the Bruins defensively, just layers, right? Make them come 200 feet when they get the puck in the offensive zone. Make them, Frederick blocks one shot. They're going to force a shot wide there by Myers because they're in the shooting lane. Just the details. I'm sure that was emphasized in between periods. What we need to do here in the third. And
well, they did the most important thing, which was extend the lead.
The icing on it is getting, a goal early.
Back deep in his own zone, Peak. Pastrnak backhands one into open ice, grabbed by Lohrei, working his way forward, fires across the ice into the near corner, but the ricochet comes right to Soucy. Besser will throw it back toward the far side. Lohrei.
In all honesty, this should have been the score at the TD Garden.
Right, the game that Vancouver won 2-0.
Yeah.
The Bruins, they were the
Lankinen was on. He was really good.
Better team for most of that game. Geekie drives one in from the red line. All the way around. It goes inside the Vancouver zone. Pasternak getting in there to get a stick on it. But Juleson's got it. Outlet pass finds Heinen coming through neutral ice. Here's Sasson off the drop. Try to shoot. McAvoy and Koepke both right there.
McAvoy standing up. You got the back pressure.
Orov brings the Bruins forward. Gives to Koepke. Right circle. Trying to center. Kicked on to McLaughlin along the near boards. Koepke pivots in the corner against Brandstrom. Throws it back to Carlo at the right point. Carlo played it down the wall to Beecher. Beecher to McLaughlin going behind the net. Send it back toward that far corner. Beecher hit by Juleson. McLaughlin right there to play it. Beecher will keep it moving around the near side. Again now, Carlo played back into the corner. Coming up on 6 minutes gone here in the third period. Bruins up by 5. Juleson picks one out of the air.
That's an interference.
McLaughlin got knocked to the ice. Bluger will go. And the Bruins power play will get another chance when we come back. 13:58 to go here in the third. 5-0 Boston on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At Pull-Ups, we know that your little one may not be as little as they used to be, but they still have so much growing up left to do. That's why we created a fun little, grown up, Disney movie trivia game that you and your big kid can play together. To test everyone's knowledge of Disney trivia, just say, "Alexa, test my Disney knowledge with Pull-Ups." That's Alexa, test my Disney knowledge with Pull-Ups.
I'm Nicola Coughlin. This is history's youngest heroes. Rebellion, risk, and the radical power of youth.
She thought, right, I'll just do it. She thought about others rather than herself.
12 stories of extraordinary young people from across history.
There's a real sense of urgency in them, that resistance has to be mounted, it has to be mounted now.
Follow history's youngest heroes wherever you get your podcasts.
Cruise into the holiday season with Carnival Cruise Line, because no one does holiday cheer or cruising like Carnival.
Introducing Celebration Key, your key to paradise. Unlock Carnival's all-new exclusive destination at Grand Bahama, where you can dive into clear lagoons, try all the water sports, or unwind on a pristine beach. No one does fun like Carnival.
Copyright 2024 Carnival Corporation, all rights reserved, ships registry to the Bahamas and Panama. To learn more, visit carnival.com.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
13:58 to go here in the third period. Bruins with a 5-0 lead here in Vancouver. David Pasternak from McAvoy and Zacha, the official scoring now on the goal. 26 seconds into the third to extend this lead. As McAvoy sends over toward Pasternak far side. Bruins with a power play here as we resume. Bluger in the box for interference. Susi will drive it in around behind Swayman, and Pasternak will drop it back here to McAvoy. JT Miller pressuring. Lost his stick. Gets it back as the Bruins head up ice. Lindholm gets the feed from Zacha. Lindholm sends it into the middle of Marchand. Backhander in front. Zacha got turned around and tripped up. And a penalty coming against Boston as the puck thrown in towards Swayman. Whistle comes.
It's a high stick.
I would assume so. The official went over to check on JT Miller as he was over on the Vancouver bench. None of the Bruins seem sure as to who this is on, but it's going to be Pavel Zacha.
2 minutes, high second. So as he's getting tripped, no, he was trying to play the puck. It was before he got tripped. He was trying to play the puck. He lost his balance and the stick came up. It was kind of at the same time. He really didn't get tripped, but it was kind of losing his foot. He did get tripped.
Yeah, Myers' skate kicked his right skate out from under him.
If it was a closer game, I'd be a little upset right now. They called Beecher for a trip earlier in the game, which was nothing.
Right, that was just
Myers who got his skate behind the right skate of Zacha, but
Beecher's,
as he lost his balance, the stick came up and caught Miller.
Yeah, Beecher's penalty, just two skates that clipped each other as they were turning to try to play the puck. So it's 4-on-4 here And Zadorov bringing the puck forward, fires one over Demko and off the back glass. McAvoy backing up into his own zone, plays it away from DeBrusk. Marchand's got it along the near boards. Inside-outside move on Pettersson. Down the right wing circle. Pettersson wrestling with him as they go toward the corner and now along the end boards. Marchand against Juleson. Marchand ends up on the deck. And Hughes will break it out here for Vancouver. Pettersson gets it across the line. Top of the circle. Throws one in front. DeBrusk redirected that one just wide. Hughes bringing back toward the blue line far side. Over to Brandstrom near side. Pivots away from Coyle. Out near the blue line. Marchand able to get to it first. And will softly play it back toward McAvoy as the Bruins change up most of the four-man unit here. 25 seconds before the Canucks get their man back. A minute to go in the Zacha penalty. Pasternak fighting his way into the near corner against Friedman. To Carlo at the right point. Played deep. Pasternak reached for it, couldn't get it. Lindholm's got it behind the net. Centers for Pasternak right on the doorstep. Demko made a left pad save.
I think he had two chances at it, did Pasternak. That's a nice little pass from Lindholm. Pasternak able to fight off the check down low there by Friedman.
Garland back in his own zone. Elias Lindholm does have one assist tonight on the Marchand goal back in the first period.
Nice one.
Pasternak's got a 4-point night going.
Zacha's got 3.
Zacha has 3. Geekie has 2. Those are the 3 with multiple points tonight. Walk over to the far side of the Bruins zone and shot kicked aside by Swayman as Pettersson had a good look from the right circle. Quick power play here for the Canucks is now over as Zacha will come out of the box. We got 11:20 to go. Pettersson chased into the corner by Osterley. Osterley goes down. Or, excuse me, Pettersson goes down. Osterley tried to play the puck in behind the net. Miller gets in the way of Pete. Gets it back toward Hughes at the left point. Redirected by Garland on that shot from out high. But Swayman makes the save and gets the whistle.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Have to commend the folks here in Vancouver, including our technical guy here in the booth with us, Tyler. Grilled cheeses after the second period up here in the press wing.
He's always attentive and making sure after that second period we're well nourished.
And a late night flight tonight. Got to make sure everybody's feeling good. Puck sent deep here by Joshua. They're pretty good grilled cheeses too.
It's a good spot to do a game from, isn't it?
It really is. Great view from up here. Here's McLaughlin going near side for Frederick on a one-timer kicked away by Demko.
You're in for a treat in Calgary.
Oglander will get it deep. I'm looking forward to the walk across the catwalk.
Good luck. I won't be going across the catwalk. I'll be going all the way around.
Puck thrown in.
Take the long way up.
For an icing. But you said once we get across the catwalk.
Still no picnic.
Great view, but as you said, the aging building tends to sway a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say I'm looking forward to that part.
Well, once a year.
Won't have too many more opportunities. New building coming soon to Calgary.
They need one. They really do. I mean, you want to attract free agents. You want to, you know, they're already up against it a little bit. They've already lost some good players. I mean, they're having a good year. Don't get me wrong, but they've lost some good players because it just. And I'm not saying it's solely because of the arena, but they need a new arena. Financially, you know, for so many reasons, they need a new arena. If you want to attract players, and it's got some good history, great, but okay, it's time.
Up in the near corner, Lindholm. And Marchand trying to get it back to the point, picked off.
The fact that their rival just up the road in Edmonton has a beautiful new arena. It's not sitting well.
Here's Lindholm, couldn't get it out of his own. Miller got it across, and they score. So Vancouver able to break the shutout as Max Sasson one-times it through Swayman, and it's 5-1.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is Marchand has time and space on the left wing side. He tries to make a pass into the middle. to Lindholm, but it goes off the heel of the stick of Lindholm. And then it's JT Miller picking it up. And he's going to make this quick pass over to the right wing circle to Sasson. He's just going to, the quick shot is going to trickle through the legs here of Swayman. So a little self-inflicted, right? Just bad execution. The right play, but bad execution coming out of the zone.
Max Sasson's first career NHL goal.
Yeah, you can't even celebrate it.
Down 5-1. Here's Hughes now sending over toward the far side. He'll get it right back from Juleson. Hughes looks away from Kastelik, goes down toward the side of the net. Garland near circle with a shot. Turned away by Swayman. Miller battling for possession in the near corner. Hughes got knocked to a knee by Frederick. Still able to play the puck behind the net. Came back around near side through Miller and goes all the way down to the Vancouver end. 9:08 to go here in the third. 5-1 the Bruins lead it. Pass off the stick of Sherwood and will get deep in behind Swayman. Backhanded around toward the near side from McAvoy and got out of the zone. Won't make it for an icing. Friedman over to Soucy as the Canucks start out. Long pass through neutral ice. Pettersson chasing up the left side. Taken off of it by McAvoy. Put a shoulder into it. Zadorov trying to go deep for Pasternak. That's disrupted, and Pasta winds up offside on the play.
That puck's going to come all the way back down in the Bruins zone on that offside.
8:34 to go in the third. It's the Bruins 5 and the Canucks 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Milkbone presents the story of a girl barking up the wrong tree for love.
Are you even trying to find a companion?
Your cousin Helen just met the boy of her dreams.
When really all it took was a Milkbone treat.
Who's a good boy?
How will you know? Because true love starts with Milkbone.
I think he's the one.
A commercial wagging its way to a screen near you.
More dog.
Milkbone.
At Pull-Ups, we know that your little one may not be as little as they used to be, but they still have so much growing up left to do. That's why we created a fun little, grown up, Disney movie trivia game that you and your big kid can play together. To test everyone's knowledge of Disney trivia, just say, Alexa, test my Disney knowledge with Pull-Ups. That's Alexa, test my Disney knowledge with Pull-Ups.
Cruise into the holiday season with Carnival Cruise Line, because no one does holiday cheer or cruising like Carnival.
What makes a Carnival cruise fun? A picture-perfect beach day in Cozumel, a delectable surf and turf at sea, or a tropical adventure to Mayan ruins. Now, get some Z's. You never know what tomorrow will bring. No one does fun like Carnival.
Copyright 2024 Carnival Corporation. All rights reserved. Ships Registry Bahamas and Panama. To learn more, visit carnival.com.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
The Bruins 2025 Pucks and Pups calendar presented by the Black Dog is on sale now with a Pro Shop powered by 47. Add some smiles to each month of 2025 as your favorite Bruins players pose with their four-legged friends. Proceeds support the Bruins Foundation as well as MSPCA Angel and their efforts to promote animal welfare. Visit bostonproshop.com and purchase yours today. Puck played behind the Bruins net here to resume play. 8.5 to go in the third. Bruins up 5-1 here in Vancouver. Puck comes around behind the Canucks net. Suter chased in the near corner by Koepke. Now it's Soucy pivoting around McLaughlin. There's a goal in this one. Here through neutral ice. They get Höglander coming into the Boston zone. Fanlin a shot as Pete was right in his kitchen, and played back out into neutral zone. Koepke picks it up from there. Carries into the right wing circle. Shot was blocked though by Friedman. Höglander turning it along the near boards and dropping it back to Soucy. Outlet comes to Miller on the left side. Sends it softly into the near corner. Osterley will bank it up the boards, but kept in deep here for the Canucks. Hughes at the left point with a shot redirected wide of the short side post
by Miller.
Back to Myers at the far point. Here's Miller, center blue line, over to the right side. Besser throws one in front. That one kicked off a skate and just wide. And the Bruins get a clear. Myers chased by Marchand back in the Vancouver zone. Hughes lost it coming out into the neutral ice. Kastelik reaching for it along the near boards. It ricochets along for Coyle. Kastelik canceled out by Myers in behind the net. Hughes will turn it up ice from his own blue line to the red line. Left wing pass overshot Miller. McAvoy backhanding it hard around behind the net to Zadorov. Coyle will play it up the far left wing. Frederick giving chase, but the Canucks have it. And Miller right back ahead. McAvoy comes over, makes a play on him, and the puck jumps out of play over the glass near side.
Yeah, that's just good angle there by McAvoy, right? I mean, it sounds simple, but you don't give up the blue line as Miller's coming over. Instead of backing off, you're almost skating forward at Miller, but it's at an angle where he's got nowhere else to go. And I mean, that's kind of been incorporated into the game here over the last few years on how to defend and how to take away the blue line for a defenseman. It's just perfect timing there. But it starts with your gap. You got to get up the ice.
Puck played on into the Vancouver zone. Heinen to Sasson in the neutral ice. Luger chasing against Zadorov, who bats it ahead. Pasternak trying to find it just inside the red line. It'll be played ahead by Brandstrom, but Bruins get it right back. 6:15 to go. And Zadorov's pass misses Pasternak. That'll wind up an icing.
Some interesting games here earlier today, right? Kings 5-0 lead, and then the Rangers scored one, but 5-1. The Rangers. I mean, the Kings have been very good, and they've been stingy. They've been good. They've been great defensively. They lost the other day. It was the first loss they've had in a while. That was to New Jersey, but they had won 6 in a row. Right. And then they go with a 5-1 win over the Rangers today. And I think the bigger question mark is the Rangers right now. What's going on?
Well, we were watching before the game.
That was Mr. Turkin.
Right. We were watching before the game on Sportsnet up here in Canada. Elliot Friedman saying, Rangers have, they're open for business. They already made the Trouba trade, but what comes next? Hughes on the near boards against Pasternak. Hughes able to push it down into the corner. Pettersson going around behind the net. Lorei denies a centering pass on the far side of the net. Near side wall. Peak able to knock it free. And it's lobbed out of the zone by Pasternak. It'll go bouncing back into the Vancouver end. Both teams get some changes on with 5.5 to go. Friedman on the far side circle. Pass up the middle, knocked away, and thrown back toward the Vancouver end, but that'll be an icing against the Bruins. Should mention in that same segment, Elliot Friedman was talking about Trent Frederick and the interest in him around the league, and teams want to know, is he going to re-sign with the Bruins, or will he potentially be on the move here at some point?
Yeah, he's had, when you look at it on the whole for the Bruins team this year, I mean, unfortunately, there aren't many individuals you can point to instead of had a really good year, right? I don't think that's overstating things. I think that there's a lot of guys who would like to have a better year, and Frederick is one of them.
5:03 to go in the third. Puck out of play. We'll take a quick break. 5-1. Bruins have the lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Milkbone presents the story of a girl barking up the wrong tree for love.
Are you even trying to find a companion?
Your cousin Helen just met the boy of her dreams.
When really all it took was a Milkbone treat.
Who's a good boy?
How will you know? Because true love starts with Milkbone.
I think he's the one.
A commercial wagging its way to a screen near you.
More dog.
Milkbone.
In the time it takes us to say, we're using Folgers instant coffee, seamlessly blended with water and ice. A splash of whatever kind of milk is your thing. And gotta get that caramel drizzle. All to make a toasty, roasty, caramel iced coffee. You could be enjoying it. Every damn sip of it. Damn right. It's Folgers Instant.
We track so many things in our lives. Trending podcasts, playlists, even your favorite artist's next album release. It's time for an easy way to track your glucose. Meet Stello, the powerful glucose biosensor available without a prescription that tracks glucose 24/7 to reveal how food, exercise, and even sleep can affect your glucose, helping you become a healthier you. Join the personal health revolution today at Stello.com.
Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
5:03 to go in this one. Bruins have a 5-1 lead over Vancouver. Thanks to those of you staying up late with us out on the East Coast. So we've moved in well into Sunday now. Back home. Susie drives one around the Bruins net. Zadorov on the far boards, battling for it with Miller. Here's Susie stepping into the blue line. McLaughlin diving out to try to block that shot. Miller in the right wing corner. Got it back to Susie. Winds, fires. That one blocked by Beecher. Koepke picks it up off the far wall and clears it out through neutral ice.
You want to be in the lineup.
Still blocking shots with 5 minutes to go in a 4-goal game.
Yep.
Puck comes around near side. It'll be cleared out of the Vancouver zone by Friedman. Garland has it in the neutral ice. Stepping forward along with Besser. Garland plays it in the right wing corner. Besser pulled away from it by Lohrei. Around the near glass. Taken off the wall by Ramstrom, but couldn't get it to the net as Lindholm was in the way. Back into the Boston zone it goes. Vancouver changes with 4 minutes to play. Peak from the red line. Dumps it in. Demko couldn't stop it behind the net. Comes back around the near side. And Marchand out near the blue line. Will play it back down to the right wing corner. Zacha tried to backhand it in Brazo's direction. Got blocked. Comes back to Zacha. Near side boards. Back to the point. Peak shot. Knocked down in front. Scramble for it. And Bluger will lift it up and out of the zone. Into the Boston end. Sasson, who has the Canucks' lone goal. Coming just about midway point of this third period. Lohrei will fire one ahead, trying to spring Pasternak. That's going to wind up icing.
That's not icing. Not when Demko comes out of the net. You're going to bring it back to center ice.
Face it off at center ice.
As soon as the goaltender makes a move like he's going to go play that puck, it's not icing. And they realize they blew the whistle a little prematurely there.
3:21 to go. And a face-off at center ice. Won by Zacha. Backhands it to Pasternak. And Zacha, goal and 2 assists tonight. Pasternak, a goal and 3 assists. Figured in on 4 out of the 5 for the Bruins as Pasta as Osterley a big collision along the near boards with Sherwood, who spun to the ice. Comes out in front of the Bruins net. Osterley will move it. Geekie. Pass off to the right side. Osterley. Oh, he got decked along the near boards by Quinn Hughes, and that's going to be a penalty.
That's a cross check. That's what Hughes. Hughes got tossed out of the game earlier this year for. Was it a hit from behind or a cross check? I can't remember, but it was something similar to that. It was worse, but he ended up getting tossed. He's going to add to his team leading penalty minutes.
Gives him 21. And the Bruins,
so we mentioned. We mentioned which game? Oh, the Ranger game, right?
Yeah.
Calgary Flames. So they're on a similar trip as the Bruins, just different order, right? They beat Seattle in a shootout, so they scored one goal.
About the Panthers.
Excuse me, Florida Panthers. What did I say?
You said Calgary. They're playing in Calgary tonight.
And they got shut out the other day against the Canucks, and they're shut out right now against Calgary. And late third period, 3-0.
Bruins power play to work here. Coyle sending it for Frederick. They play catch along the near side. Coyle at the top of the face-off circle to Frederick along the side of the net, trying to direct that one and caught the outside of the cage. Now Brazo, after he got upended in the near circle. Puck came across ice. Geekie picks it up, but not until it came out of the zone. Suter blew a tire at the blue line. Bruins gain entry here.
Minute 17 to go on the Hughes penalty, thrown to the net, and Demko kicked it away.
Looking backdoor that time.
Lori, deflected pass, got across to Brazo, far side. In deep it comes to Frederick. Now Geekie in the right corner. Coyle, top of the right circle. Down low, Frederick stepping away from the net, gives it to Coyle on the hash marks. Minute 45 to go. Coyle in front. Brazo, and they were looking backdoor again, it looked like, for Geekie. Coyle, top of the circle, in front. This one redirected off of Frederick and into the near corner.
Yeah, looking for the high tip that time.
Frederick with a puck on his stick. Under 90 seconds to play. Bruins with 38 to go on the power play. Coyle's pass tipped by Soucy. Now Soucy able to win it back from Brazo, and the puck hits a skate, kicks in on Demko, covers it up.
Yeah, second unit for the Bruins. Let's see who comes out here for this power play. A little reward for some guys who have worked hard, and there's Beecher, Kastelik, McLaughlin, with McAvoy and Zadorov on the points. This place is getting empty in a hurry.
I give him credit.
I like the Taylor Swift concerts that were here recently. It was 3 nights in a row, and 61 wasn't here in this building. It was right across the street.
What were they getting for parking for that? 150?
Over 100, yeah.
Zadorov plays it down low. Although
I don't know what the tickets cost.
If you can fork over the money for the tickets, 150 is not bad for the parking, honestly. Puck out of play here with 1:05 to go. Bruins will get back to 3 games above the 500 mark. They'll be 1-2 on this road trip.
Add the hotel rooms into it. They're saying some of the NHL teams were having trouble getting in and out of here just because it was all the hotels were booked up.
That comes out into the neutral ice, dropped back into the Boston zone. Hughes getting ready to come out of the penalty box. Some boos rain down here at Rogers Arena. Zadorov gains the attack zone. McLaughlin with a shot. Save made by Demko. And the rebound of the far boards will be cleared out here. Bluger.
Well, they're going to be 5-7-4 at home, and I think that's part of the reason. Their road record's excellent, 10-2-1. They're 5-7-4 on home ice this season after this game.
30 seconds left, and the boos intensify from those left. Zadorov taking the puck behind his net. McAvoy will just toss it up the left wing. Thrown back in to the Boston zone. Sasson trying to get it in front. Deflected up and over the head of Höglander. Geekie brings out it to neutral ice and plays it softly into the Vancouver end, and that will do it. The Bruins pick up their first win of the road trip. A decisive 5-1 win here in Vancouver tonight. We'll be back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This holiday season, Pride Rock is calling. For over 25 years, The Lion King on Broadway has invited audiences on a breathtaking theatrical journey unlike any other. Now it's your turn to feel the love, celebrate the joy, and experience the majesty. Get tickets today at lionking.com.
At South Shore Bank, our local experts go above and beyond to build your business. That's why Andy Everly, CEO of Environmental Pools, partnered with us.
Environmental Pools has been helping clients build the custom pool of their dreams for more than 30 years. When it was time to build our new facility for our business, we turned to our local partner at South Shore Bank. They built a custom funding package that will help us continue to grow all across New England.
South Shore Bank, sharing success. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extender.